Today, I'm putting IShowSpeed into the Real Madrid Academy because he just quit being a streamer to chase his dream of becoming a footballer. But boys, there's a problem. He's the worst footballer on the planet. But don't you worry, I'm going to turn Speed into a Real Madrid legend to make his idol Ronaldo proud by winning Real their first ever treble and winning him a Ballon d'Or to make him the world's best player. So here we have Speed in the Real Madrid Academy, but he's a 56 overall, the worst player in world football. However, as I am now his agent, I walk into Xabi Alonso's office and Alonso says, if IShowSpeed wants to go ahead and sign a pro contract with Real Madrid, he needs to score 3 goals total in the youth tournament and we'll mold him into a future superstar. However, scoring 3 goals wasn't gonna be easy, as he went ahead and missed another opportunity, then a golden one, but finally scored his first goal as that game ended 1-0. But in the semis, it was a different story as he scored his second goal. And up next was the final against Getafe. But once again, Speed struggled, not only missing one opportunity, but his second. But luckily, he won a penalty, where he went ahead and put in the back of the net, scoring his third goal. And yes, IShowSpeed has scored 3 goals in the youth tournament. He's gonna get that new pro contract. However, there was a huge problem, as Xabi Alonso has been sacked, the manager who promised him that pro contract. And Mikel Arteta has become the brand new Real Madrid manager. So Mikel Arteta welcomes me into my office. He says, congratulations to Speed, from streamer to 3 goals in a youth academy tournament. But let's be honest, he sucks. He's being released from Real Madrid. Maybe one day he can come back. So yes, boys, there we have it. IShowSpeed has been released from Real Madrid and has to start from the very bottom and work his way back up to the club to become a Real Madrid legend. But right now, it just seems impossible to ever win a Ballon d'Or and a treble from Madrid. But fortunately, there was one club that gave him a chance after being released, and that is from Salford City, as he started from the very bottom at League 2. And luckily, here at Salford City, he's already got up a +3 out of 59 overall. And even better news, as he is actually in the starting 11, as he's the second best striker in the entire club. And just take a look at how bad IShowSpeed is. He does have 90 pace because we know how quick he is in real life, but every other stat is absolutely horrendous, and he only has 1-star weak foot and 1-star skill move. Boys, this won't be easy. But of course, if we want him to get back to Madrid, let's give him the poacher development plan to work on his shooting so he can score a bunch of goals. But we are very lucky because Speed does have a mentor, and it's one of his best friends, Rafael Leao, who's currently playing for Milan. Leao goes ahead and speaks to Speed and says, look, Speed, welcome to professional football. You are way out of your depth. We know you're an incredible athlete. I believe you can do it. If you want to go ahead and improve this season, just try to aim to get at least 7 goals this season. That's the favorite number of your GOAT Ronaldo. IShowSpeed then responds, thank you, Leao. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be as good as Ronaldo one day. But the question is, can he do it? Let's go to the end of the season. Can Speed in his first ever professional season score at least 7 goals? And as we're going to the end of the season, not only do I want him to win the treble with Real Madrid and a Ballon d'Or, because he's a striker, I also want him to win 5 golden boots in his entire career. And I also want him to win 3 different league titles in 3 different top 5 leagues, just like his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. And there's good news, as Salford City are going to Skybet League 2, finishing in 2nd place. How good did IShowSpeed do? And it's a +4 for IShowSpeed now out of 63 overall. He's no longer a trash footballer. But yes, he has done it. 9 goals in 45 appearances. His mentor gave him an objective and he completed it, which is only gonna get him closer to playing for Madrid again. But of course, Speed is still a long way from winning his first golden boot, and he is nowhere near. And now in season number 2, just take a look at Speed shooting. 64 is a huge improvement from what he had before. However, most of his stats are still lacking. I'm actually gonna skip on his shooting for now, and we're gonna go ahead and give him the false 9 role to really work on his passing and dribbling to make him an all-around footballer. But before we move on, Leao once again talks to Speed and says, amazing season, Speed. Ronaldo would be proud. It's time to set your next objective. You should go ahead and get more than 15 goals. Yes, it's another goal target, but you are a striker and you need to become the best. IShowSpeed responds, you are right. I am slowly becoming the next Cristiano Ronaldo, and if I want to go back to Real Madrid, I need to continue improving. And boys, the good thing is he went up another +1 to 64. But if IShowSpeed wants to go ahead and score 50+ goals, he needs an amazing midfielder behind them to give him those assists. So as his agent, I walk into Paul Scholes' office, the Salford manager, and I say, I think Speed has surprised you as much as he surprised me, and he has a big goal of getting 15+ goals this season. Can you go ahead and sign an amazing midfielder? Scholes says, yes, you're right. I'm extremely impressed. I originally signed Speed just to get us more funds because he's very popular. But you know what? Let's go ahead and sign an amazing midfielder. And let me tell you, Scholes has brought in an amazing talent, and it is Drew from FC Barcelona. However, it's only a 2-year loan. But I think the combination of IShowSpeed and Drew, who has over 85 potential, can help Speed get those 15 goals. And now the talented Drew has joined the starting 11 right behind IShowSpeed. Speed. Surely he can go ahead and achieve his next objective, which is 15 plus goals. And who knows, in maybe season 3, he'll impress some big clubs. But Salford have overachieved this season, finishing in 5th place, which means they're in the playoffs. And they have beaten Barnsley over 2 legs, and all they have to do is beat Reading. And IShowSpeed will be a championship player. But the question is, can Salford and IShowSpeed go ahead and promote to the 2nd division of the world's best league? And it's a 2-1 victory, as Speed fails to get a goal. But the question is, did he complete Leao's objective? But sadly, this year it's only a +2 for IShowSpeed out of 66. And I think it's because I didn't improve his shooting. But regardless, he does it. Another 15 goals in only 38 appearances. IShowSpeed is becoming a decent pro footballer. Of course, he still fails to win the Golden Boot, but he did finish around 12th place, so he's getting much closer. And just 2 seasons in, IShowSpeed is still far away from completing his dreams. And to kick off season number 3, Speed has actually gotten some transfer offers. The first one being from CD Tondela, a club in Portugal, exactly where Rafael Leao started his career. And the second offer is from OHL in Belgium. We know Belgium have produced some amazing talents. The question is, should he stay here at Salford or leave to another club in Europe? So IShowSpeed goes ahead and has a conversation with Leao and says, "Alright Rafa, I've received 2 great offers. While those clubs feel like nothing clubs, do you think I should stay here at Salford?" Leao then responds, "You know what, it is a tough decision. Portugal is where I started my career, and Belgium have produced talents like Hazard. But if I were you, I would stay there in England. A legend of the game is your manager, and you guys have been overachieving. But at the end of the day, it's your decision." So Leao suggests that we do stay here at Salford, so I'm going to reject the Tondela offer, and I'm also rejecting the OHL offer. And that means for his 3rd professional season, Speed will be here at Salford. And of course, it's time to go back to improving his shooting, as this time around, we're going to go for the advanced forward to continue work on his physical stats as well. And to be honest, when it comes to what Speed should do this season, is just continue to improve and hopefully stay in the division. But to be honest, I don't think this team is ready to do that. I think this club needs some signings. So once again, I walk into Posco's office and says, "Speed has decided to stay here another year. I suggest you make some signings to help Speed as well as the rest of the club to remain in the championship." Posco says, "You didn't have to tell me. I completely agree with you." If you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure to comment and let me know, where should I send Speed to next? And let me tell you, Skulls have brought in some amazing signings. The first signing being center back 76 overall, Alfie Gilchrist, a brand new goalkeeper 74 rated, James Beadle, and finally, English wonder kid Chris Riggs 74 overall from Sunderland. And this team is definitely looking like a team that can remain in the division, and who knows, even aim for promotion. But now with all these signings, maybe IShowSpeed could win his first ever Golden Boot. And in Speed's best ever season, 18 goals and 45 appearances, he did go up a +3 to a 69 overall, slowly approaching that 70. And yes, Salford City just survived relegation in 20th. I think Speed has been doing his job. But no, boy, Speed just missed out on his first Golden Boot to Martin Tapia by 2 goals. Are you serious, man? But hey, at least we can say Speed is improving. However, to kick off season number 4, there's bad news, as Poscos has brought in world-class striker Ivan Toney to Salford City. How the hell did he pull that off? So I go ahead and walk into Posco's office and says, "Mr. Skulls, what gives, man? Speed has been improving drastically, and now you've replaced him with somebody 10 times his ability." Posco says, "Look, at the end of the day, Speed has improved a lot, but he was simply a way to bring viewers, and now we've made tons of money. And we don't need IShowSpeed anymore." And yes, boys, that does mean that IShowSpeed has been transfer listed. He really did help this club come all the way to the championship, and now it's just replaced like it's nothing. And quickly, IShowSpeed has gotten an offer, and it is from AS Monaco. That is a huge jump for IShowSpeed. It seems like clubs do really rate him. He has received another offer, and it is from Lecce in Italy. He might get more game time at this club over Monaco. And the final offer has come in, and it is from Westerlo in Belgium. This is probably the best offer he can get in terms of game time. So IShowSpeed goes ahead and has a chat with Rafael Leao and says, "Alright, Rafael, I've gotten 3 offers. Which one do you think is the best?" And Leao says, "Well, clubs like Lecce and Westerlo will give you lots of game time. But remember, AS Monaco is the club where Kylian Mbappe broke out through. You may not get a lot of game time or maybe even go out on loan, but you are guaranteed to come out a star if you join that club." So now that his mentor has spoken, what club will Speed choose? And IShowSpeed has made his decision, and that is joining AS Monaco. We don't know if he'll be starting, staying on the bench, or going out alone. But we know he wants to be a breakout star like Kylian Mbappe as he goes to the next step of his career in France. Hopefully this move is perfect to eventually send him back to Real Madrid. Speed has now arrived at Monaco, going up a +1 to a 70. But unfortunately, he is sitting here in the reserves as he is nowhere near being the starting striker. So of course that does mean that Speed has to go ahead and go out alone, but it's okay because this move was perfect. He can come back in 1 or 2 seasons and maybe win his first league title here in Monaco. So Speed has found a club to go out alone for the next 2 years, and it is CD Nacional in the Portuguese league, who also happened to be a club in the same city where Ronaldo was born at. He wasn't good enough for Sporting, but he is good enough for the second best club in Ronaldo's birth country. And IShowSpeed has now arrived in Portugal, where he'll be in the starting 11, and to be honest, this team doesn't look too bad. But of course, Speed isn't trying to achieve anything here but get better. So of course, we're gonna go ahead and give him the poacher development plan again, and maybe, just maybe, in these next 2 years, he can win that first golden boot. And IShowSpeed has gone ahead and finished in 8th place with Nacional. To be honest, they are a mid-table club, but it's another +4 for IShowSpeed, now out of 78, getting closer to play for AS Monaco. But it's Speed's best ever season, 22 goals and 1 assist in 36 appearances, the nastiest carry job I've ever seen. But no, Speed still doesn't win the golden boot. He is in a top 10 league and finished in 2nd. That is very impressive, man. But let's go to season number 5. I truly believe he's finally gonna win his first golden boot next year. And to kick off season number 5, Speed has come into my office to have a conversation. He says, Mr. Salinas, my agent, I want to win the golden boot this year because the World Cup is at the end of the season and I want to be selected by the United States. And then responds, Speed, I truly respect that. I think I have an idea on how to secure you the golden boot. And yes, boys, I do have an idea, but before we move on, IShowSpeed is looking absolutely incredible. 78 shooting, still at 90 pace. His physical is looking great, but he is still lacking that passing and that dribbling. So I think this time around, we're gonna give him the target forward role. But I walk into that Nacional manager's office and I say, Speed is in for a big season and I know how to capitalize on that. Potentially get you guys to Europe. You need to go ahead and bring in Jiro from Barcelona. It's on loan on a transfer. He has been Speed's best ever teammate. The Nacional manager then responds, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. Let's bring him in. So the manager has made it happen. On a season-long loan, Jiro has returned to be Speed's teammate. Now at a 78 overall. Surely Speed will have the perfect player to feed him to win the golden boot this year and go to his first ever World Cup. So Jiro has now reunited with IShowSpeed, and I think it's time for Speed to win his golden boots. And boys, at the end of the season, Speed has reached the domestic cup final up against Porto. He has the chance to win his first division trophy. This could send him to the World Cup squad, and it's a 3-1 win. The Speed scores a goal in the final, and it just gets even better. 30 goals and 39 appearances for Speed, now out of 77. And just take a look at Jiro with 21 assists. He was huge to Speed's career, but did Speed finally win the golden boot? Well, he did get Nacional, just missing out on Europe. But yes, Speed wins his first ever golden boot by 5 goals over Pavlidis. He finally adds something to his tally. But the question is he going to the World Cup? And as the USA have a very tough group, sadly, IShowSpeed was not selected for this year's World Cup, as the striker position is actually very talented for this national team. But who knows, maybe at the next World Cup, he'll make his debut. And as the USA got knocked out to England in the round of 16 and Leao has won the World Cup, IShowSpeed has returned to AS Monaco, where he will actually be starting next to Fabio Silva. And this team, to be honest, is not looking too bad. Who knows, maybe Speed wins his first ever league title. But quickly, Speed has a conversation with Leao. Yo, Rafa, congratulations on winning the World Cup. I hope one day I can do it. But what's next on my journey of going back to Real Madrid? Leao says, thank you. We worked really hard, made Ronaldo proud. But I think the next thing you need to do is score more goals than Fabio Silva this season. Because this AS Monaco side is good, but who knows? With a great season or two, you can impress the top Premier League club. Or maybe my club, AC Milan. So Speed has to go ahead and outscore his teammate Fabio Silva, who just won the World Cup at an 85 overall. And if Speed is going to go ahead and do that, we must continue to work on his shooting. Let's go ahead and give him the poacher again. However, at the end of the season, Speed only got 12 goals and 2 assists, 6 goals behind Fabio Silva. He is unable to beat the World Cup winner. But hey, at least he went up a +2, now at an 80 overall at just 23. I'm sure maybe next season he will be able to beat him. But when it comes to the league they finished in 7th place. That is not good, man. I was expecting like a 2nd place finish. And of course, he fails to win the golden boot. I don't know if he'll ever be Osimhen to this golden boot win. And I think I know where the problem lies. I think it's the team. It looks pretty decent from the midfield, But when you look at the defense, a 77 rated center back, a 78 rated center back as well. They're just conceding too many goals. So to kick off season 7, I walk into the manager's office and I let him know, hey boss, I respect all the work you've done and thank you for bringing speed to the club, but I think we need a whole brand new defense. The manager then responds, I completely agree, that was on my radar. We really underperformed last year. And let me tell you, this Monaco manager is serious, as he went ahead and brought in an 81 overall Chris Richards, an 84 rated Renato Vega, and the biggest signing, an 86 overall Kuzanov, who was playing at Everton. And this team now looks like it can compete for the league title and help Speed go ahead and continue to improve. But before we go to the end of the season, these are IShowSpeed stats. I don't understand, his shooting is looking incredible, but maybe with the new defenders, he will score more goals anyways. So let's just go ahead and give him the target forward development plan. And at the end of the season, Speed was so close to winning the league title by finishing in second, but he was off by like 20 points. And he also just missed out on his second golden boot with 16 goals and 30 appearances. Does this mean he outscored Fabio Silva? Well, Speed has gone up another +2 to an 82 overall. And yes, he has outscored Fabio Silva by 3 goals. That's what Leao wanted for him. But I can't lie, this team is looking very impressive. They might be in for a league title next year. And in season number 8, Speed has received a huge offer, and it is from Chelsea Football Club. He can go ahead and play for the Premier League in one of the best teams. So quickly, Speed goes ahead and speaks with Leao and says, Leao, I just got a huge offer from Chelsea. What are my next goals and should I accept this offer? Leao says it's very obvious what you need to do next, and it's to go ahead and win your first league title in a top 5 league. And Chelsea might be the place. However, you do have the chance of winning the league title here with Monaco, and you would definitely play more games here. So I'm gonna leave this decision up to you. So Speed cannot decide, so he walks into my office and says, Mr. Salinas, you've always done right by me. Should I try and win the Premier League with Chelsea, or should I stay in Monaco and maybe win the Liga title here? Speed, Chelsea is a huge attraction, and you can win the Premier League there. However, I'm worried about your game time. You can go over there and win as many trophies, but if you don't continue to improve, you'll never end up at Madrid. Trust me, stay here at Monaco. So Speed goes ahead and rejects Chelsea, as he'll remain here at Monaco. And boys, like I said, with this team, when fit, I think could win the league title. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong and I made the wrong decision. But we're gonna go ahead and continue to work on his finishing and go for the Poacher development plan. I'm expecting a golden boot this year. And boys, the craziest thing has happened. Monaco are in the Champions League final against PSG. What has happened with this club? Speed actually has a chance to win his first Champions League so early. Can he go ahead and do it? And it's a 4-1 loss, as Neves, Suaza, Dua, and Osimhen kill Speed's dream. But PSG also went ahead and won the league on. Did I make a mistake keeping him here? And no, thankfully not, because Chelsea are nowhere to be seen in the top 6. They finished in 9th. We dodged a bullet there. And sadly, Speed does not win the golden boot, as he got 16 goals in the league. But it was another great season for Speed. 23 goals and 1 assist, now at an 85 overall. But to be honest, I think we need to move clubs, because he needs to be the singular striker. He could have had 47 goals if he was there by himself. And now it's season 9. It's time for Speed to win his first league title. So why not join AC Milan, where his mentor Rafael Leao is still playing, as he is joining at an 86 overall. And I can't lie, he probably will do it in his first time of asking. So Rafael Leao welcomes Speed to the club and says, Speed, welcome to Milan. We have signed you, legitimately you, to win as a league title this season. After that, you can go anywhere else, Chelsea, Arsenal, City, maybe even Real Madrid. Speed says, I'm excited to finally play with you. You're in your prime. I'm slowly getting to my prime. I think we can do it in this first season. And Speed is now at Milan, and take a look at this team. Rafael Leao is at an 87 overall at 34, still doing incredible. I think they have a huge chance of winning the Serie A, as we're gonna go ahead and give him the false 9 role. His shooting and pace is incredible. His dribbling and passing needs a lot of work. And Speed has done it again. It's another UCL final against PSG again, man. Can he finally do it? His goal is not to win the UCL here, but he might as well go ahead and do it. A lot of injuries, including Leao. This might not turn out too well, and it's a 4-2 loss. I cannot believe Speed lost back-to-back finals. But regardless, it's his best ever season. 34 goals in 55 appearances. Now at an 87 overall. Did he win his first league title and maybe another golden boot? It's been a minute, man. And yes, he wins his second golden boot by 1 goal over Fofana, meaning he gets his second. And yes, he wins wins his first league title in the top 5 leagues with AC Milan. 2 more left to go as he fails to win the Super Cup and the Coppa Italia. However, it's a World Cup year and Speed has finally been selected leading the line for the USA. However, they have last time's World Cup winners in their group. But when it comes to the group stages, the US did qualify in 2nd place, and in the round of 16 they beat Croatia. In the quarters they lost to Germany 4-2, and the World Cup winners this time around was Italy. But at least Speed got amongst the goals, scoring 3 goals to his name. But now in season number 10, an 88 rated IShowSpeed at 26 years old, it's time for him to go ahead and win another league title. Let's transfer list him and let's see who comes in for him. And the first offer that's come in is from Liverpool Football Club. I think I might take this offer if nobody else comes in. And a second offer has come in, and it is from Napoli in the Serie A. If he was gonna stay in Italy, he'd stay at AC. And the final offer that's come in for IShowSpeed, it is Arsenal. The question is, should he go to the Reds or should he go to the Gunners? And Speed made his decision as he is joining Arsenal Football Club, and it was a very easy decision because Arsenal finished in 7th place, and I know you may think that's bad, but Liverpool relegated to the Championship last season. That club has completely fallen apart as IShowSpeed has now become a Gunner, and IShowSpeed is now an Arsenal player. And just take a look at this team. How did they finish in 7th place? But regardless, Speed has a conversation with Bukayo Saka. Saka says, welcome to my home, welcome to Arsenal. You are a huge player and we believe you're the final piece for us winning the Premier League again. Speed says, Saks, I'm ready to go ahead and win the Gunners a league title. Let's go ahead and do it. So of course, Speed is now ready to win a 2nd league title in a 2nd top 5 league division, as we're just gonna go ahead and give him the poacher development plan, try to get him as high rated as possible. But now at an 88 overall, he is in Ballon d'Or range. He might win his first Ballon d'Or soon. However, before we go to the end of the season, I bring Speed into my office to give him some news. I say, Speed, you've come a long way from getting rejected from Real Madrid, and winning the league title with Milan was incredible as Leo has retired on that. So now I expect you to step up and win your first Prem Golden Boot and hopefully the league title so you can return to Real Madrid. Speed says, I'm thankful for everything Leo has done. It's time to become the world's best player and go back to Real Madrid. And I just noticed that Dro is here at Arsenal. How did I not see him? That's incredible to see. And it's Speed's best ever season. 40 goals and 2 assists in his first year in the Prem is ridiculous. And he is now at a 90 overall, one of the world's best. Surely there's a huge chance he won the Prem. But first of all, he wins his 3rd Golden Boot of his career with 25 goals, only 2 left to go. And yes, in his first time of asking, he has won the Premier League, beating Man United by 2 points. But he failed to win the Community Shield. He lost in the final of the FA Cup, but he did win the Carabao Cup, a domestic double for Speed. And no, he had a chance for a treble, but lost to Bologna in the conference. And sadly, in his first chance, Desiree Doué is the Ballon d'Or winner. But trust me, Speed will win it very soon. And to kick off season number 11, I walk into Arteta's office, the Real Madrid manager, to share some words. Hello, Mr. Arteta. 11 years ago, rejected IShowSpeed, and now he is one of the world's best. Just missed out on the Ballon d'Or. I think it's time you brought him back to the club. Arteta says, you know what? I was wrong. We need somebody like IShowSpeed. We just finished in 3rd. So now in season 11, IShowSpeed is finally returning to Real Madrid. It's been 10 years since he's been rejected and has now returned as a Galactico himself. So Speed is now a Real Madrid player, and I can see why they finished in 3rd last year. The squad just doesn't look that good. However, the club spent it all on Speed this year, so he must do it with this team. And in terms of development plan, I'm just gonna give him the false 9, man, because at this point, I'm not sure if he grows anymore. And what a first season for Speed. 33 goals and 3 assists. Now at a 91 overall. He's been a success so far. And Speed wins his 4th Golden Boot, tying with Fermin Lopez. We will take that. One more left to go. And yes, Speed has won La Liga, his final one. That means next, it might be time to go for the treble. But he fails to win the Copa de España. But wait a minute, he's won the Copa del Rey. There's a chance he would have won the treble already. In the Champions League, they finished 8th in their group. That's not a good start. In the round of 16, they beat Atleti. In the quarters, they beat PSG. But in the semis, they lost to Dortmund. As the winner is AS Monaco. If he would have stayed, he would have had his first Champions League. And of course, Speed did not win the Ballon d'Or as it was given to Desiree Doué once again. So this might be Speed's final season wearing Ronaldo's number 7 for one potential final time. Let's just go ahead and give him the target forward role. Let's see if he can finally achieve his dreams and become a Madrid legend. And I cannot believe this, 59 goals in 59 appearances for Speed. This would be a perfect way to end it off. Now at a 93 overall, surely if he won the Champions League, let alone the treble, he will win his Ballon d'Or. Well, Speed has easily won his 5th and final golden boot by 10 goals. And yes, he has won La Liga undefeated with 110 points. All Speed has transformed this club. The Copa de España also goes to Madrid. And boys, he has smashed Barca in the Copa del Rey. The treble is on. And this time in the group, they went undefeated with 22 points. In the round of 16, they destroyed Inter Milan. In the quarterfinals, they destroyed Arsenal, his former club. And in the semis, they destroyed Barcelona as he's facing Stade Rennais in the UCL final. And boy, Speed has been the best player this year. That Ballon d'Or is coming home. They have some guy named Andino. And Mason Werner and Ernest Poku also have amazing goals in the Champions League. This won't be easy. But it's time for the Champions League final. Can it go ahead and complete their first ever treble? And yes, it's a 5-0 victory, as Speed did not score in the final. But regardless, he wins his Ballon d'Or, becoming the world's best and now a Real Madrid legend. This is Real Madrid, and they have won 14 UCLs, making them the best team of all time. And this is London FC, a team I created that does not have a single player on its team. But today that is going to change, as I'm going to win 15 Champions Leagues and make London FC the greatest team of all time. My name is Edgar Salinas. I am the greatest player of all time and have been retired for 29 years. However, over the past 2 decades of my life, I became the greatest manager of all time as well. And I have once again retired. But now there is one thing I must do. I have created a brand new club called London FC, and I'll help guide them to be the greatest team of all time.
What's crack-a-lacking? Today we've got historical news. The greatest player and manager of all time, Edgar Salinas, has created a new club. London FC are set to take on League 2 as Santiago Salinas, the son of Edgar, has been named manager. With a full squad now, they have made some amazing signings, signing 3 huge prospects in Arrogance, Wakeyness and Van Iti. In a shock move, the current best player in the world, Adaptation, and a player named Sukorupson, who is being compared to the greats of world football. Can Edgar's ownership and Santiago's rookie managerial skills take this team to the top of world football? So Edgar, it's time for London FC's debut game. What are your goals for this game, and more importantly, for this club?
When I do something, I don't settle for second best. I aim for the highest goal possible. We will win the debut game, and we will make this team the greatest team of all time. Thank you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a momentous day in football. We have London FC, a brand new team in the city of London, owned and run by Edgar Salinas, the greatest manager and player of all time, and managed by none other than his son, Santi Salinas. Having signed Edgar Salinas' former prodigy, Adam Touchon, as their captain, can Santi Salinas lead his father's team, London FC, to the top? And London FC are on the attack now. Ball played into Adam Touchon. The captain carries it into the penalty area, takes a touch and puts the ball away. He has certainly picked up where he left off, and Adam Touchon looks to still be one of the great players of the game. Brilliant goal and a great lead for London FC. On the attack once more, Adam Touchon, he's in through the middle. He takes a touch and he chips. No, the keeper's... Yes! He scores with the rebound. What a goal. Santi Salinas celebrates on the sideline. London FC 2-0 up. London FC win possession back in the midfield. The ball played over the top into Adam Touchon. He puts it away. What a fantastic finish. This is a brilliant start for London FC. But the question does have to be asked. How far can Adam Touchon carry them on his own? And that is the final whistle. Adam Touchon steps up to take the match ball, a hat-trick in his debut, a 3-0 win for London FC. Things could not have gone much better for Edgar and Santi Salinas.
Alright boys, we had a great first season. We have the playoff finals. Let's win this thing.
Hey man, we've got this. I've been good all season. The trophy is ours.
Yeah, we got this, hopefully.
Bro, I can't wait to go up. We don't need this speech, not when I'm up top.
Don't be so silly, Arrow. Santi is the best manager. He's the one who got us here.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an eye-catching final day of the season. We have London FC vs Crew Alexandra in the playoff final. This is a huge game. London FC in their debut season are poised, ready to take advantage and gain promotion to League One. but do they have what it takes? Will Santi Salinas be able to handle the pressure of such a big game? Will Adam Tashan be able to carry them? Or will we see a more united front from the players of London FC? And straight away, London FC under fire with Crew Alexandra in on goal, and it is 1-0 to Crew. This is not a great start. Santi Salinas does not look happy on the sidelines, and Crew Alexandra lead this game 1-0. Crew on the ball, pressing at the London FC box again. They turn in one-on-one. Can he put it away? And far post, what a finish. Crew Alexandra 2-0 up, and Santi Salinas looks distraught on the sideline. Will they be able to turn this around in the remaining time? And now in the second half, London FC finally pressing Crew Alexandra, finally on the attack. Adam Tashan with a brilliant strike across goal. Santi Salinas celebrates on the sideline. Adam grabs the ball and gets ready to go again. 2-1 Crew Alexandra. There might well be time for London FC. London FC on the ball, and again Adam Tashan is now one-on-one with the goalkeeper as he presses the ball forward. Can he finish it? Yes, he does. That evens the game out. It's 2-2. Santi Salinas is celebrating on the sideline. Adam Tashan has been pivotal. What a game this lad's having.
Holy, we are back. 2-2. Should I make a change? Should I take out Adam? Is he tired? Jeez, I don't know what to do.
Don't quite understand what's going on. For some reason, Adam Tashan is being taken off and replaced by Oliver. A strange decision given the form that Adam Tashan's in. And now in extra time, Crew Alexandra in an attacking position. Could this be? It is! That is 3-2. The London FC players look distraught as Crew Alexandra celebrate. They know how important this goal could be. And that is the final whistle. London FC do not get promotion. The fairy tale is over for London FC. Their debut season will not see them rise to League One. And the blame has to lie at Santi Salinas' feet. What was he thinking with that substitution?
Oh, fiddlesticks. What a bad day to be a London FC fan. After doing great in their debut season, they had the opportunity to promote to League One. After Adam carried his team back into the game, the manager for some reason subbed the best player in the world at a crucial time and went on to lose the game. Questions are being asked about Santi. Can he handle the pressure, or was it simply a bad day from him?
I can't believe I screwed up. We had the opportunity to make history. I can't believe I got overwhelmed.
Son, it's okay. It was a big occasion, and these things happen to the best of us. Keep working towards getting better, and one day you will overcome this, and never be overwhelmed again.
London FC find themselves in a pickle. The past 3 seasons have been great for them, failing to win the playoff 3 years in a row now. Not only that, but EdgarAS is looking to be sold as he hasn't found his feet yet since he signed. To add more pressure, Suker has been dropped to the bench after dropping average performances every game. What a disappointment, as only 2 years ago he was being compared to the greats of the game. However, London have another chance to promote today as they find themselves once again in the final.
Is this true, boss? You're gonna sell me?
Hey, don't listen to the media. We signed you for a reason. However, it is true that you haven't found your feet here, but it's because you don't believe in yourself. Mentally, you have been weak since you got here. Well, I believe in you, man. Just give yourself a chance. Believe in yourself just this one game, and you will see the great player that you can be.
Okay, boss, I'll try to. I will believe in myself.
And once again, we are back with the League 2 playoff finals. And yes, we do have London FC in the playoff finals for the first time since their debut season. A lot has changed at London FC, a lot of improvements, and a lot of problems have been apparent. Will London FC be able to overcome these weaknesses? Will their players be able to address the issues they're having on the pitch? Can this end in a different way to their first attempt at promotion? Now on the attack, London FC starting the game off strong. Weir with a shot, what a goal! Straight across goal into the far corner. That was a fantastic finish. Could we be seeing a turnaround in form? London FC once more on the attack. And as Santi Salinas watches nervously from the sideline, London FC advance again with the ball into the box. We're on a brilliant run with a brilliant finish. What a goal. Absolutely fantastic from Weir. He has turned himself around somehow. Short corner now taken by London FC. They play the ball into the middle to Van. Van plays the ball out wide to Weir. What can Weir do with it? He's on fire. He turns one, turns two, cuts inside. What a finish. A cross goal. And that is another spectacular finish. A weight seems to have been lifted from Salinas' shoulders, and Weah celebrates once more with his hat-trick. What a first half we have had. 3 goals to London FC. Surely they cannot let this slip now. I can't see any way they do not win this game. And once again, Santi Salinas making some questionable substitutions. Is this another mistake or a stroke of genius? Only time will tell. We have Stevenage on the attack now in the London FC box. That's a great shot and a fantastic save as they mop the... Oh no! Stevenage win the ball back inside, and what a finish. Great finish across goal, and that puts Stevenage back in with the chance. 3-1 to London FC. Here for London FC, playing a dangerous game at the back. He loses the ball, and that is 3-2. The second goal for Stevenage in the 90th minute. They have time to pull level and take this game to extra time. Thankfully for London FC, thankfully for Santi Salinas, who once again showed he seems to crack under pressure. London FC will be playing in League One next season as they lift the playoff trophy. It was not an easy ride. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Championship playoff final. Burnley versus London FC. London FC having been pretty much carried by Tashan and Weah across the last 2 seasons, promoting straight through League One into the Championship. Will they be able to overcome Burnley today? Will they be able to take that next step to the pinnacle of English football and become a Premier League side? Now we have London FC 11 minutes in, and they are on the attack with Arrogance. He takes the ball and shoots across goal. Arrogance with a fantastic finish and a fantastic celebration. What a goal. Once again, London FC on the attack now, pressing forward. Arrow is through again with a brilliant finish to the far post. Santi Salinas is going wild on the sideline as Arrogance celebrates in front of the crowd once more. What a brilliant start for London. 39 minutes in, and Weah is pressing Burnley now on the ball, passes the ball off. Chip over. Arrogance is about to, yes, he connects with the ball. What a volley on his left foot. What a finish, and that celebration once more. Arrow has shown that it's not just Weah and Tashan carrying this team anymore. And that's half time in the Championship playoff final, with London FC 3-0 up. But if history has taught us anything, it's that a 3-0 lead for London FC by no means makes this a certainty.
Hey boss, this game is over. We're 3-0 up, a hat-trick scored by yours truly. Why not turn me off and let some of these other chumps play?
Who are you calling chump? Plus, bro, you don't tell Santi what to do. He is the greatest manager and he only listens to himself.
Silence. Stay focused. Maybe the arrow is right. We're 3-0 up. Let me just take him off.
We have a half-time substitution, and yes, it's Arrogance coming off. What a strange decision once again from Salinas. Now Burnley on the attack, pressing into the London FC box, and that is a near-post finish off the goalkeeper. Once again, Santi Salinas does not look happy on the sideline as Burnley celebrate being back in this game. Burnley on the attack as they turn the last defender. That's one-on-one and a finish across goal. 3-2. Santi Salinas looks distraught on the sideline. It's all going wrong for London FC again. London FC in possession, 84th minute. Oh my word, they've given possession away from the goal kick. A brilliant strike. What a goal from outside the box. And that brings Burnley right back into the game. From 3-0 up to 3-all. Santi Salinas has let this league go again. Burnley now in the final minutes on the attack. It's one-on-one with the keeper. Can London FC be saved? No. 4-3. The celebrations of the Burnley fans and players are wild. What an incredible comeback. And that is the final whistle as the Burnley players rush onto the pitch to celebrate with their teammates. What went wrong for London FC? The blame, once again, lies at the feet of the manager. Another questionable substitution, another questionable decision under fire as Burnley lift the playoff trophy and London FC head back to the Championship.
Hey boss, I've been struggling these past 2 years, and I feel I'm the reason we've lost the last 2 playoff finals and failed to reach the Premier League. As you are the GOAT, what do you think I should do?
Van, you're a very talented individual. It's no secret. But out there, you seem to only care about yourself. You only celebrate when you score and rarely pass the ball and communicate with the team. If you want to reach your full potential, you need to remember one thing. The badge in front of your shirt is way more important than the name on the back.
You're right, boss. It's all clear now. I will get us to the playoffs again, and this time, we're going up.
Hey Van, you have really turned around your career this season, and I give you my full respect. You are the new captain of London FC, so lead us to glory tonight and send us to the Premier League.
Yes, sir. I won't let you down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have London FC vying for promotion again. After 2 years of struggling, following their humiliating defeat in the playoff finals 3 years ago, they have finally found some form this season. The question is, can this team, and more importantly this manager, hold their nerve and win out this game? We are away with London FC, straight on the attack, and that is Van Eyty with a fantastic near post finish. Salinas is delighted on the sideline. Van Eyty is celebrating. What a great goal. Could this be the emergence of yet another star player for London FC? And could that be the difference in whether or not they win promotion? Van Eyty on the ball on the attack once more. He carries it on his own. He shoots it across to the far post. What a finish, top corner, and he is celebrating again. That's 2-0 to London FC, but don't hold your breath. We have seen what can happen from here before. A corner for London FC is played short into Van Eyty, who takes it in the box and hits it with his left foot across the keeper, and he leaves his manager in celebration. 3-0 London FC, 67 minutes on the clock. Surely there's not time for Salinas to mess this one up. And that is finally promotion to the Premier League. London FC, 9 years after their inception, have been promoted to the highest league in the land. What a fantastic performance. What a fantastic day for the newest club in England. Santi Salinas, his players, and no doubt their owner Edgar Salinas celebrate as London lift that trophy finally, and on they go to the Premier League.
A lucky dice roll for London FC. They have somehow managed to make it to the Premier League this season. However, their promotion seems to have come more from luck than skill. Through the first decade since their creation, the team has risen through the ranks of English football, seemingly due to the purple patches of current players, and of course having Adam Tation, one of the best players in the world, has helped. But if Adam can't continue to carry this team, we may well see a change in their luck.
After a tough first season in the top flight, we have London FC in a relegation decider. They play Aston Villa, and if they fail to win this game, they will be relegated from the Premier League. Can London FC clutch up? Can their key players into Sean, Arrow, Van Eyty and Ware be the difference in this game today?
0-0 with 5 minutes to go. We can't draw this game. Maybe I should take Adam off, but he is our best player. I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna have to take him out.
That is a yellow card, and that will be a penalty. Is this the lifeline that London FC needs?
Wait, we have a penalty. Let me see what happens.
Adam Tashan, the ever-reliable striker, steps up to the spot. He will take this penalty for London FC as he eyes up the goalkeeper. He steps up, hits the ball top left. What a finish. No goalkeeper in the world was saving that shot. Adam Tashan celebrates as Santi Salinas runs onto the pitch to celebrate with him. What a fantastic game. That is the final whistle, and that is survival for London FC. They will live to see another day in the Premier League.
Lucky again, London FC have somehow managed to survive relegation. It seemed that Santi was about to take off Adam as his backup striker was getting ready, but a penalty was won and scored. With little time left on the clock, the penalty was enough to secure the win, and Santi is probably thinking that this was the case, as it left him no time to make any costly mistakes. London FC don't seem fit for top flight.
Alright, Arrow, we need to have a talk. Ever since I signed you, you have shown nothing but talent on the training pitch. But when you're on the field, you rarely replicate it. Not only that, but you carry this arrogance that isn't letting this team unite and work together. We've achieved nothing but mid-table these last 3 years. If you don't get your act straight, I'm gonna have to sell you. It's not enough to say that you're great. The true greats of the game let their football do the talking, and so can you. You have that ability, but your attitude is letting you down.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'll prove to you that you shouldn't sell me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this side of the day for the Premier League. We have London FC versus Chelsea, and not only do we have a derby, we have two teams with no points separating them at the top of the Premier League table. After years of mediocrity in the Premier League, IShowSpeed has been in fine form for London FC, leading them to top the table on this final day. However, Chelsea are breathing right down their necks, and a Chelsea win today would see London FC miss out on their first Premier League title. Surely that will not be the case, and we do start the game well for London FC as IShowSpeed has the ball and puts it away in the box. Salinas celebrates as his team take the lead. 1-0 London FC. 1 goal for IShowSpeed and advantage for Santi Salinas. A corner for London FC. It's an outswinger and an overhead kick. What an incredible goal. IShowSpeed never ever fails to impress. What a spectacular goal. Once more we have London FC with the ball. They've dominated this game thus far. IShowSpeed takes the ball on a strike. What a goal for his hat-trick. One touch, bang, straight across goal, and that is a hell of a finish.
3-0 up, surely the Prem is ours. Should I take off the arrow? Last time we had a huge lead. He wanted to come off, but he's our best player.
Hey, boss, everything good?
Kinda, I don't know if I should take him out of the arrow. We are 3-0 up already.
Hey, boss, you're the future GOAT of management. Do what you think is right. You never mess up.
And in the 56th minute, we see IShowSpeed being taken off. He's scored 3 goals. Unless he's injured or perhaps exhausted, I don't see a reason for this, and this could well be a mistake. 57 minutes into this game, and Chelsea finally starting to find their feet as they are on the attack, and that is a goal pulled back. 3-1 to London FC. Chelsea could get them back into this game, and yet again, we could be seeing a mistake from Santi Salinas. Been all Chelsea since that IShowSpeed substitution, and that's another Chelsea goal. That's 3-2 to London FC, and if Chelsea somehow find their way back into this game, it could be disaster for London FC. But thankfully that will not happen, as that is the final whistle. IShowSpeed's hat-trick is enough to separate these sides. And finally we see London FC lift that Premier League trophy. But you have to consider that there was an element of luck involved, as the decision to take off IShowSpeed could have seriously gone against London FC. And welcome to a somewhat familiar face, with the suspension of Santi Salinas due to receiving a red card in the semi-final. His father and club owner, Edgar Salinas, has stepped in as caretaker manager for this game. Will his pedigree, his experience as a world-class manager be enough to see London FC lift their maiden Champions League trophy?
I can't believe I'm missing the first UCL final for London. We finally found some form, and I've screwed up again. I need to stop getting overwhelmed.
Alright lads, sadly Santi is suspended for this game, so I'll be taking over tonight. But nothing has changed. You guys have slowly proved the world wrong. They thought you couldn't make it. They said you didn't have what it takes. But today that is going to change. You guys will unite and play together and win London FC's first UCL, crowning us as the current best team in the world. Let's go lads.
And now we have Tashan playing the ball over into Suka, who takes a shot and blazes it over the bar. That has to be one of the worst finishes I have seen. Suka on the ball once more on his own in the box and does not manage to get it past the keeper. He does not look happy with himself, and nor should he. And once more Suka, he lines up a left-footed shot that goes flying over the bar. This is a horrendous performance so far, and surely he's at risk of being taken off. Ball into Suka's feet, a lovely bit of skill, but where's he going with that ball? Takes it on the volley and straight at the keeper. Half-time has arrived, the score is 0-0. We've seen a lot of dominance from London FC, but no killer instinct up front. This is unusual from an Edgar Salinas team. Will we see any early changes in the second half? And yes, we do have a change coming up, and it is Suka coming off. That has been a horrific performance.
You don't know what you're doing. Santi is 100% better.
And now IShowSpeed on the ball, plays it over to Van Ayti. Little heel back towards Tashan, plays it to Van Ayti again. It is into Weir and a finish. That is 1-0, and he has taken the lead for London FC in this final. It seems that Edgar Salinas' decision to remove Suka is paying off. Once more we have Van Ayti carries the ball, plays it to Tashan. Tashan crosses it. We have Anna on the head, and that's a great save. Ball back, played in, and Van Ayti puts the ball away. 2-0 in the 77th minute. Edgar Salinas at the helm. There's no way they give this lead up. What a brilliant finish. And that is the final whistle. What a brilliant performance. A masterclass of management from Edgar Salinas. A fantastic performance from London FC in that second half. And I have to say, the crucial decision to remove Suka from the pitch and bring on a substitute was an inspired move from Edgar Salinas. Fantastic performance. And London FC lift their very first Champions League trophy. Surely it's only up from here.
After 2 decades of football and winning 7 UCLs in a row, I will be retiring. But my time with London FC is not over. I will become the assistant manager here and help Edgar and Santi make London FC the greatest team of all time. And I'm also glad to deny any speculation that Van, Weyer, Arrow and Sucker are following my lead. They want to remain as players on the bench to help guide the team and be available despite being in their mid-30s. Their experience will be very key to rebuilding this great club.
A bunch of unlucky clovers London FC have been. After winning 14 UCLs in a row, 14 years of pure dominance, the past 3 years have been absolutely abysmal. One win away from their 15th UCL and becoming the greatest team of all time, they keep falling short. It seems to be that the team doesn't have its aura, or maybe Santi's time is up at London FC. However, once again, in the round of 16, let's see if they can pull something out of the hat. Or maybe they should just play the players left from the golden era, even though they are above the age of 40. Wait a minute, we have just received breaking news. It seems that there has been a brawl in the London FC training ground with multiple players suspended. It seems that the old guards will intend to come in and play. With them being aged over 40 years old, surely this spells the end of Edgar's dream of London FC becoming the greatest team of all time.
Hey Suka, we messed up. Ever since the birth of London FC, we've done nothing but drag down the team. I'm getting extremely overwhelmed, and if I'm honest, you always agreeing with me made me make the wrong decisions. I must do what's right, and you must speak up and tell me when I'm wrong. I know you're just trying to spare my feelings, but a true friend would tell me the truth, no matter what.
Boss, you're right. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to stay on your good side, but that was selfish of me. I should have put the team first and told you the truth. I am glad you think of me as a friend, and I'm ready. I'm ready to finally make a change. Let's shock the world and become the greatest team of all time.
Interesting news. Edgar Salinas has today announced that he has rebranded the club. London FC is no more. Welcome, London United.
Boys, it's been a long journey. I want to take the time to apologize. Apologize for dragging this team down for years. A team needs unity, and I haven't been able to unite with you guys. Since I started management, I've done nothing but get overwhelmed by the biggest decisions. But that has changed. This year I've changed, and I'm finally able to become the leader you need. The leader who can unite this team. The leader who can lead this team to final victory and become the greatest team of all time. Let's go out there and show every single person who doubted us, who doubted you, what London United can do.
Welcome to the Champions League final. We have Manchester United taking on London FC, and beyond that we have Santi Salinas against his father's old rival Gavin Hopp. Gavin Hopp has announced that win, lose or draw, this will be his last game in football management. Will he be able to go out with a bang, or will Santi Salinas, just like his father before him, be the one to rain on Gavin Hopp's parade? Will he be able to hold it together? Will he make the right calls? And will we see a team united or a team apart in London? Man United on the attack, coming out to the block pretty quickly. Down the wing, coming in from the wide position, drags back, and that's a goal to Man United. 4 minutes in, Man United 1-0 up, and Santi Salinas does not look happy on the sidelines. Suka on the ball, carries it forward, plays it through to Arrogant. He's got nowhere to go and has to turn back to Suka, who does not seem to know where to go, and he loses the ball. Man United once again on the attack. That is a brilliant turn into the box, and that is 2-0. That is a great finish as Santi Salinas slumps on the sideline. Will we be able to see a comeback from London FC? United once more pressing their advantage, and that is United on the attack, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and 3-0. London FC have been in this position, but on the reverse side a number of times. Will they now be able to be the team that comes back from such a deficit? And that is the half-time whistle. London FC 3 goals down. Man United and Gavin Hopp in complete control of this game. We have Arrogance through on goal. Can he start early in this second half? And that's a great finish. London FC drag 1 goal back, and that could see them back in this game. Do they have what it takes? Suka on the ball with a brilliant turn in the box and a brilliant finish. Suka puts the ball away. Salinas celebrates. That is 3-2 with 30 minutes left to play. Surely London are back in this game. We're with a great ball forward. He puts Suka through one-on-one with the keeper. Can Suka finish it? Far post. What a goal. Suka is on fire. This is a masterclass from Suka, and Santi Salinas seems to finally know what he is doing. Suka carries the ball once more, and that is a horrific challenge, and that will be a penalty to London FC. This is an opportunity to win the game.
Hey Suka, you take it.
Okay, boss, you got... No, wait. I shouldn't take this. I said I would tell you the truth, so here it is. I'm completely exhausted. Take me off and bring on that youngster Max. Trust in him. This can make him a star and unite everyone.
You got it, Max. You're in.
Now, the new youngster for London FC, Dominus, steps up to the plate and puts the ball away. Dominus has scored a 4th goal. That is 4 goals to London, 3 goals to United. And that is the final whistle. Gavin Hopp has been defeated. Santi Salinas and London FC have won their 15th Champions League trophy, making them the greatest team of all time. As aging captain Van Ayti lifts that Champions League trophy, the Salinas dynasty is complete, and father and son have dominated the world of football.
Lamine Yamal is the world's best player at just 17. But what if he started his career in La Fabrica, the Real Madrid Academy? So today we're gonna find out as we're making Lamine Yamal a Real Madrid Academy player to see if he can win a triple and become a Real Madrid legend. And as Lamine Yamal is set to kick off in the first youth tournament of his career, here we have Lamine Yamal at 68 overall at just 16. However, other than winning the triple, I also want him to go ahead and win the Ballon d'Or and break Ronaldo's Champions League goal scoring record to become a Real Madrid legend as well. As his goal for the season is to score 5 goals in the youth tournament, and if he succeeds, he gets a pro contract with Real Madrid, but if he fails, he must continue in the youth system. And the youth system has kicked off. It's Lamine Yamal on the ball, gets it all the way into Serrano. Here come Real Madrid. Remember, he needs 5 goals in 3 games here in the youth tournament. It's still Lamine Yamal, has a shot from there, and it's saved. And the youth tournament has kicked off as we're taking on Deportivo Alaves. Remember, Lamine Yamal needs 5 goals in this youth tournament in 3 games. Here comes Lamine Yamal, first shot in the youth tournament, it's saved, but the follow-up, and it goes in. It's a lucky goal, but regardless, Lamine Yamal makes it 1-0. But now Lamine Yamal picks up the ball once again. He is really destroying this Deportivo Alaves defense. There's a reason why the Real Madrid Academy snapped them up with a follow-up shot, and it goes in. It's way too easy for Lamine Yamal in the academy. I can smell that professional contract coming. And now it's Lamine Yamal still on the ball here, looking for his hat-trick. Gives it into his teammate, it's Jack, and it goes in. 3-0, unselfish, showing that he can do both. And now it's Lamine Yamal, 1 minute left to go. 1v1 against the keeper. Beautiful Beautiful Trivella. Lamine Yamal gets a hat trick on his first game. And the game comes to an end as Lamine Yamal gets a 10 match rating with 3 goals and, of course, 1 assist. And in the semifinal, Yamal did score a goal, which brings up his tally to 4. However, a new kid under Daniel Lopez scored 2 goals and outperformed him. And it gets even worse because Daniel Lopez is also a right winger and is a very similar player to Lamine Yamal. So that means in the upcoming years, there will be some stiff competition for that right wing spot. But anyways, Lamine Yamal has one last game in the youth tournament final to score 1 more goal, and it's against Atletico de Madrid to earn his pro contract. And the youth tournament final has kicked off as Lamine Yamal with a brilliant through ball into the Serrano kid, and now falls back into Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal's looking for the space, gives it to Daniel Lopez with a shot, and already Daniel Lopez proving why he is also talented like Lamine Yamal. But now it's Atletico de Madrid, but Serrano wins the ball back. Here come the Real Madrid Youth Academy, who've dominated every side they played so far. Lamine Yamal, great ball into Vesjak, and now Vesjak cuts back, gives it to Lamine Yamal with a finish, and he gets his 5th goal. He has earned his pro contract. Let's go, Lamine. And the game comes to an end. Lamine Yamal with a goal. However, Daniel Lopez also got one. And here we go. Lamine Yamal is signing a pro contract here at Real Madrid. However, Xabi Alonso did not only sign Lamine Yamal to a contract, he also gave one to Daniel Lopez. It seems like becoming a Real Madrid legend won't be easy with stiff competition. And Lamine Yamal is officially a pro player at Real Madrid alongside Daniel Lopez. However, it's not all sunshines and rainbows, as he will have to be competing with Rodrigo, as well as new signing Franco Mastratuono and Arda Güler. I don't think he's getting any game time this season. So the best option, unlike in real life, is to go ahead and send Lamine Yamal out on loan. And I'm sure if he impresses wherever he goes, maybe Rodrigo will leave like he wants to in real life, and Lamine Yamal could be the starter. But don't forget, Daniel Lopez will also be going out on loan and could easily take that spot. And the first offer Lamine Yamal has received is from RCD Espanyol. Now, I usually don't take the first offer, but we've simmed like 20 days and it doesn't seem like anybody wants Lamine Yamal on loan, so we're accepting this. And here we go, Lamine Yamal is joining on a 1-year loan at RCD Espanyol. Surely is going to get bagloads of game time and hopefully work his way of becoming a Real Madrid starter. So Lamine Yamal has now arrived at Espanyol, and it seems like he's the only right winger, out and out right winger in the side, so he should be playing all the games. But it's time for Lamine Yamal to make his professional debut, as his goal this season is to not only survive relegation with Espanyol, but also get 15 goal contributions throughout the season. And if he succeeds, he'll be given a goal as a starter next season, but if he fails, he must go out on loan again. And now it's Paul Lozano, gives it into Hofre. Here comes Espanyol, gives it into Lamine Yamal. Here comes Ryan running down the wing, and already he gets fouled. And it's going to be a red card. Lamine Yamal's first touches causes a red. And here comes Espanyol once again. It's Tejero, gives it to Ryan. And here comes Lamine Yamal, dribbling, gets past the defenders again. He is incredible on his professional debut. It's still Lamine. He cuts inside, squares it into Javier Puado, and it's a brilliant save. Lamine, though, is cooking. And now it's Lozano again on the ball, gives it to Ryan. Here comes Lamine Yamal, looking to create another opportunity. He's been dangerous in these first couple minutes. It's still Lamine Yamal, through ball into Javier Puado. He has to finish, and this time he does. He gets his first assist on his pro debut. Espanyol lead 1-0. But here comes Cadiz on the attack, looking to spoil the dreams of Lamine Yamal in his first professional game. Shot saved by Kepa. But here comes Cadiz, though. It's Chris Ramos on the ball with a shot, and it goes in. Cadiz have equalized, spoiling the party on Lamine's debut. And it's Tejero on the ball, gives it to Lamine Yamal. 10 minutes left to go. He gets rid of one defender. We need a winner. Is he gonna score? Is he gonna assist? Or is he gonna fail? It's still Lamine. Cuts inside on his left foot, finish, and it goes in. His first goal of his professional career is a winner on the first day of the season. Let's go, Lamine Yamal. And the referee blows the whistle. A goal and an assist for Lamine Yamal. What an amazing debut performance. And as he gets him out of the match on his debut, I'm curious how he will do this season. And we are now in the second to last game of the season, and Espanyol are only 4 points away from relegation. That means if they don't win the last 2 games, they can get relegated down to La Liga 2, and Yamal will fail his goal. However, not only that, so far Lamine Yamal has 7 goals and 5 assists, which is 12 goal contributions. He still needs 3 left. However, up next, Espanyol have Real Madrid, who are Lamine Yamal's parent club. If he can win this game, he will secure survival for Espanyol and could get the 3 goal contributions as well. He'll surely be pushing for a starting place at Real Madrid. And straight away, here come Real Madrid, looking in the attack here. Ousmane Dembele has signed for Real Madrid. That is not good for Lamine. And now it's Lamine Yamal on the ball. Oh, sits down Fran Garcia. Can they cause an upset and survive relegation? As of today, Lamine Yamal cooks Mbappe just like in real life. Gives it to Exposito. And now it's Exposito back into Lamine the Dream Yamal. Cuts back, gives it into Javier Puado with a shot. Courtois makes a brilliant save. But here comes Real Madrid. It's Vinicius Jr. on the ball. Cuts touch back outside. And it's still Vinny looking for an opportunity here. Gives it to Mbappe. Kepa with a brilliant save. But here come Real Madrid, Brahim Diaz with the cross into Dean Huijsen. And it's a great clearance. Get it out though, Mbappe and Kepa again. But here comes Eduardo Camavinga. Gives it to Ousmane Dembele with a shot. It goes wide. We're getting dominated by Madrid. And now it's Cabrera. Gives it to Aguado. Aguado gives it all the way to Lamine, the Dream Yamal. And here comes Lamine Yamal. Can they go ahead and take a lead and cause an upset straight away? It's still Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal still dribbling. Is anybody gonna make a run? Gives a through ball into Javier Aguado to go 1-0 up. And they do it. They take the lead. Lamine Yamal needs 2 more goal contributions to complete his goal. And they're actually leading against the greatest team of all time. But here comes Eduardo Camavinga. Gives it to Kylian Mbappe. Madrid are not ready to give up. They never do. It's a shot and it goes in. 1-1. Our dreams are coming to an end here. And now it's Exposito gives it to Lamine Yamal. And here comes Lamine, the Dream Yamal. Can he find anybody? Lamine Yamal gives it to Javier Puado once again to go 2-1 up. Oh my days. I thought that was going in. Lamine Yamal on the corner now with the cross in. Does find Cabrera with a bicycle kick and it goes wide. Lamine Yamal is creating chance after chance here. And now it's Tejero gives it to Aguado. Aguado into Exposito. Exposito gives it to Lamine Yamal. And here comes Lamine. Gives it into Puado. Javier Puado. And it's 2-1. Lamine gets his second assist. 1 more goal contribution to complete his challenge. And Puado helps Espanyol take the lead again. But here comes Kylian Mbappe on the ball. Cuts inside. Gives it Kylian Mbappe with a shot. And it goes in. Before this equalizer, Espanyol were confirmed to stay up. But now Mbappe has ruined that dream. 10 minutes left to go. 81st minute. We need a goal and we need now. It's Lamine Yamal on the ball. Gives it to Javier Puado. Back into Lamine. Lamine takes a fat touch. Lamine Yamal gets past Asensio. Lamine Yamal with a finish. And it goes in. Horrible defending from Asensio. Lamine Yamal gets his final goal contribution. And then Madrid failed to score. Espanyol is staying up. And it's all over. Espanyol is staying up. And Lamine Yamal has gotten 15 goal contributions. Let's go. And the season comes to an end as RCD Espanyol finish in 15. And as Atleti win La Liga, Julian Alvarez is the player of the season and Lamine Yamal fails to be in the team of the season. But you know what? He had a pretty amazing season. And he finishes the year with 8 goals, 7 assists now out of 74 overall. He will be given a chance next season in the first team. If you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 300k as soon as possible. And we've arrived at season number 2 and we have a huge problem. Lamine Yamal's competition, Daniel Lopez, is now at a 75. But not only that, Madrid have signed Ousmane Dembele. I know his reward was to get a chance in the starting 11 this season. But to be honest, I think it just might be better to go ahead and go out on loan again. But let's go ahead and listen to some offers. Immediately, we get an offer that I love. Atalanta. Going to the Serie A would be incredible for Lamine Yamal. So I think I'm going to go ahead and work this down to a year and accept it. And here comes Lamine Yamal from La Liga to the Serie A. I know right now it doesn't seem like Yamal is going to become a Real Madrid legend, but he needs to work his way up to the team. Eventually win the Ballon d'Or, break Ronaldo's record, and win the treble. But this move to Atalanta is crucial to all of that. But it's time for Lamine Yamal to make his debut against Inter Milan in the Serie A, as his goal this season is to not only win his first trophy of his career with Atalanta, whether it's the Coppa Italia, Serie A, or Champions League, but it's also to be the top assister of the team. And of course, this time around, if he succeeds, he will surely get a chance in the first team. But if he fails, it's another season out on loan. And that is because look at this Atalanta lineup. They have the likes of Gyökeres, Lookman, Retegui, and even Scamacca. The manager wants him to be the one providing all the goals. But here comes Lamine Yamal on the ball here, looking to create a first opportunity here. First touches, gives it to Victor Gyökeres, who's 1v1, takes a touch to his right, finish, and it goes in. Lamine Yamal's first assist of hopefully many this season. They take the lead. But now it's Victor Gyökeres on the ball again, gives it back into Lamine Yamal, and he's running down the wing again with the cross in, with the Trivela, into Gyökeres with a touch, and it's a brilliant save from Sommer. But here comes Lamine Yamal on the ball once again, looking for an opportunity here. The cross in into Adamono Lookman with the header, and it's a beautiful assist, but it's marked offside. Lamine Yamal could have had 2 assists on his debut. And here come Lamine Yamal once again. Lamine Yamal with the through ball into Victor Gyökeres from a Trivela, and now it's Gyökeres, takes a touch. He's the best striker in the world with a finish, and it goes in. Yamal gets a second assist, but you gotta give all the credit to Gyökeres there. And now Lautaro into Protesi with a shot. Carnesecchi, brilliant save. But Lamine Yamal picks up the ball once again, has been amazing on his debut. De Catalari gives it to Lamine, and now it's Lamine Yamal with another through ball into Victor Gyökeres, and once again Gyökeres is hustling, and he's gonna look for a hat trick here, and he gets it. Lamine Yamal with a hat trick of assists, but Gyökeres with a hat trick of goals. Red plus the whistle, Gyökeres with his match ball, but Lamine Yamal got 3 assists in this game. Let's see if Lamine Yamal can win a trophy with Atalanta. And we are now towards the end of the season. Atalanta have reached the Coppa Italia final against AC Milan, and sadly they're not fighting for the Serie A title as they sit in 3rd. And in terms of the Champions League, they're nowhere near the UCL final. But it's now time for the Coppa Italia final, Yamal's first ever final. Can he go ahead and secure it and win this trophy. And here come AC Milan as Alvaro Morata gives it to Yannick Carrasco with a shot, and it goes in. Milan's first attack of the game ends up in a goal. And now it's Isaac Hien on the ball, gives it to Lamine Yamal, and here comes Lamine Ryan on the ball. Lamine Yamal says a through ball into Victor Gyökeres, gets rid of the defenders. Here comes Victor Gyökeres, a shot from there, impossible angle. It's blocked, but they got Tilare with the follow-up, and it's blocked again. But now it's Ademola Lookman, gives it to Edison right before halftime. Can we get a goal? Llorente gives it into Ryan. Ryan looking to get past Theo Hernandez. Can he do it? It's still Lamine Yamal, cuts inside, gives it. It's a Tilare with a finish. Ramiro with another great save. But here comes Alvaro Morata, gives it into Santiago Jimenez. Here comes AC Milan to make it 2. Carnesecchi, brilliant save. But now it's AC Milan with the cross. It gives it to Rafael Leao with a header. Morata puts it away, but thankfully he's always offside. And now the 59th minute, Marcos Llorente gives it to Lamine Yamal. We need a goal and we need it now. Lamine Yamal gives it all the way to Gyökeres. Gyökeres lays it off into Cristian Cantillari, and here goes the Cantillari, gives it back to Gyökeres, and now it's Victor Gyökeres into Lookman. Ademola Lookman with a finish, and it goes in. Yamal kickstarted that attack, but we have equalized regardless. It doesn't matter. But here comes Alvaro Morata to Santi Jimenez. Great save, Carnesecchi. It's going to counter. No, we give it away to Jimenez. It's another great block. And now it's Ederson. 5 minutes left to go. Into Marcos Llorente, into Lamine Yamal. Look, it's create a last minute opportunity. Through ball. Cristian Cantillari finesse, and it goes in. A last minute goal. A last minute assist for Lamine Yamal. They're Coppa Italia winners. And Ederson lives the Coppa Italia. Lamine Yamal wins his first ever trophy. But the question is, was he the top assist of the club? Because if he wasn't, he will have to go out on loan once again. And the season comes to an end as Atalanta finishes in 3rd. And Lamine Yamal has done it. He has gotten the top assist of the entire Serie A, let alone his team. As AC Milan win the league title, Gyökeres is the player of the season. But once again, Lamine Yamal is left out of the team of the season. And what a season he's had. 9 goals, 23 assists in all competitions. Now at an 82 overall. This time around, he for sure gets a chance at Real Madrid, whether it's on the bench or in the starting 11. And we are now in season 3, and Lamine Yamal is back at Madrid at an 84 overall. But 2 things have happened while Yamal has been gone. One, Ousmane Dembele is now at an 80 overall. He's gone down drastically. But also, Vinicius Jr. is now left the club. Who knows where he has gone? But there is no left winger. And I know Lamine Yamal usually plays off the right, but in order to help Real Madrid win the treble one day, I think he needs to be selfless. And I think he needs to go ahead and shift to the left wing because he knows how to. While Daniel Lopez, who's now at an 81 overall, must play on that right wing. So this is what the new era of Real Madrid looks like without Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Courtois. Lamine Yamal is officially now a left winger. Let's see how he does. But it is time for Lamine Yamal's long-awaited Real Madrid debut, and it turns out it's exactly the same day as the El Clasico. As the goal for the season is very simple: win the Liga title with Real Madrid and also get 20 goal contributions this season. If he succeeds, he will be the penalty taker from now on to hope his case to become a Madrid legend. But if he fails, he'll be dropped to the bench as Real Madrid will be forced to sign a brand new left winger. And now it's Daniel Lopez on the ball, gives it into Tchouameni. Tchouameni gives it to Lamine Yamal. First touches as a Real Madrid player ever. Gets rid of Koundé with a shot. Beautiful save from Joe Garcia. Yamal already looks great though. And now it's Lamine Yamal on the ball here. Crosses it in. Does find Dean Housen with a bicycle kick. It's a horrible bicycle kick from Housen. But now Lamine Yamal has another corner kick with the cross in it to Jude Bellingham with the bicycle. It's saved. But a follow up from Mbappe and it goes in. Yamal may have not gotten the assist, but he's definitely created that goal. 1-0 to Real Madrid. But here comes FC Barcelona. It's Rafinha now on the ball, looking to make it 1-1 with a shot, and it goes wide. And now it's Anthony Robinson, gives it into Lamine Yamal, into Jude Bellingham. And here comes Lamine, the dream. Ryan Yamal cuts back, tries to give it into Mbappe with a first-time finish. Joe Garcia with a save. Come on, Mbappe. And now it's Arda Güler on the ball, gives it to Lamine Yamal, who gets rid of Jules Koundé, comes back inside, lays it off into Jude Bellingham with a finish. It's blocked again. But here come Barcelona, not ready to give up just yet. It's been a pretty boring El Clasico so far. Shot from outside the box. It goes wide. But here comes Rafinha for Barcelona. Gets rid of the defenders. Trent Alexander-Arnold cannot defend. It's a save by Lunin. And now Lamine Yamal wins the ball, gives it to Jude Bellingham. And here comes Lamine, the dream Yamal. Ryan cuts back inside. He's looking for an opportunity. He's been awfully quiet in this game. Gives it to Tchouameni. Back into Lamine Yamal. Through ball into Kylian Mbappe. Can he finish? And yes, he does. Yamal gets his first goal contribution on his debut. He kind of had a slow game though, I cannot lie. And the referee blows the whistle. Yamal picks up a victory on his debut. It wasn't the most impressive debut though. I hope he can pick it up for the rest of the season. We are now on the final day of the season, sitting 3 points ahead of Barcelona. However, as you can see, their goal difference is only 2 behind us. So if we lose our last game and Barca win by 3, they will win the league title and not Real Madrid. But not only that, currently Lamine Yamal does have 3 goals and 15 assists, which means he needs 2 goal contributions left to go ahead and achieve his goal. And on the final day, 8, they're facing Villarreal, which is always a tough game. Can Yamal secure the last 2 goal contributions to his name and win the league title as well? And now it's Alex Bayern on the ball, gives it to Mbappe. Mbappe now to Lamine Yamal, back into Daniel Lopez. And here come Real Madrid on the counter-attack of dreams. Lamine Yamal with a brilliant through ball into Daniel Lopez, who we haven't seen much of. And now it's Daniel Lopez, cuts inside with a right-footed finish. It's a beautiful goal from Daniel Lopez. Lamine Yamal gets an assist as the man who took his spot takes the lead for Real Madrid. And as you can see, Barcelona are drawing right now to Atletico on the top right. But here come Villarreal. Can they create something? No. Konate makes a brilliant tackle. But here comes Villarreal. It's Barry, gives it to Jeremy Pino. Villarreal are looking to spoil the party here. It's still Jeremy Pino, gives it into Lucas Nemencha with an opportunity, and it goes in. A beautiful Trivela. This is not good. I know Barcelona are currently drawing, but they can turn it around at any time. And now it's Trent Alexander-Arnold, gives it into Daniel Lopez, who lays it up into Mbappe, who gives it to Jude Bellingham. And here come Real Madrid on the counter. Kylian Mbappe gives it into Daniel Lopez. Right before halftime, can we make it 2-0? It's Daniel Lopez on the ball. It's still Daniel Lopez. Daniel Lopez is still dribbling. It's still Daniel. Daniel Lopez with a finish, and it doesn't go in. I should have passed it low-key. But here comes Villarreal. It's Bayeri with a shot. It's blocked. And now it's Arda Güler. Lamine Yamal, who's been awfully quiet since his first assist, gives it to Mbappe, who gives it to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham into Mbappe. Mbappe through ball into Lamine Yamal. Can he finish off his challenge here? And he does. 20 goal contributions in 1 season, his first season at Madrid. Let's go, Yamal. And the referee blows the whistle. Yamal and Madrid are going to be La Liga champions. And Tchouameni lifts La Liga title. They haven't won it since Yamal's been an academy player. This is the first time in 3 years. And there is the league title alongside Mbappe, as he is the player of the season. And once again, no Yamal team of the season placements. And this is how Lamine Yamal finished this season. 5 goals, 16 assists, now out of 87 overall. However, I'm a little bit worried. So basically, first of all, Trent was the top assist from right back. If you look at the top goal scorers, you really have to scroll down to go ahead and find Lamine Yamal, as he only scored 5 goals. If he ever wants to become a Real Madrid legend by winning a Ballon d'Or, breaking Ronaldo's UCL record, and winning the treble, he needs to be scoring way more goals. And we've now arrived to the brand new season, as Lamine Yamal is the brand new penalty taker, and I've also upgraded his penalties to a 90, so he also takes some during simulations. As the goal for Lamine Yamal this season is very simple: win the domestic double, which is La Liga and Copa del Rey, but also get 19 goals. Yes, 19 goals in all competitions. But if he fails, he will be stripped of penalties, which will not help him ever break Ronaldo's UCL record. And the season has come to an end, and they won La Liga once again, but then they win the domestic double, and yes, they won the Copa de España. But what about the Copa del Rey? And yes, a domestic treble. That is more than we asked for. But the question is, did Lamine Yamal score 19 goals this season at least? He scored 20 goals and 2 assists. He kind of dropped down on the assist market, but you know what? That is an improvement. Now at an 89 overall, I could see Real Madrid winning the treble next season, and maybe he can get the Ballon d'Or and maybe even break Ronaldo's record. And this time around, Sanse is the player of the season, as again, Lamine Yamal fails to make the team of the season. And the new season has begun, as Lamine Yamal will take on every free kick duty, as well as penalties and also corners. And that is because he completed his challenge, and now he's amazing at set pieces. And we've also gone ahead and gave him dead ball. And the goal for the season is very simple: complete every challenge we set out for Yamal. And of course, if we fail, Lamine Yamal fails to become a Madrid legend. And we have now arrived in March, and Yamal is running away with the league title alongside Real Madrid. But what about the Copa del Rey? And they're in the semi-finals. They're actually going to the final because they destroyed Leganes. And in the Champions League, they finished in first place, perfect record, 8 wins, 0 losses. And in the round of 16, they will be facing Arsenal. Oh, Yamal is gonna have a field day. And as it stands right now, Yamal is on his way to breaking Ronaldo's record: 10 goals in 6 games in the Champions League, 7 games if he makes it to the final. But it's now time for the first leg of the round of 16. We see in the first leg, we play the second. We have a couple suspensions, but is that gonna change anything? How is it gonna go against Arsenal? It's a 3-0 victory, as Lamine Yamal gets 2 goals in this game. And it's now time for the second leg. To be honest, we destroyed Arsenal in the first leg. We're simulating this second leg, and it's a 2-0 victory. And in the quarterfinals, we will be facing Manchester United. Let's see how it goes in the first leg, and maybe we might play the second leg depending how it goes. And it's a 1-1 draw. Yeah, we're definitely playing the second leg. But Lamine Yamal gets another goal now. It's 13. And the second leg has kicked off. It's Lamine Yamal dribbling down the middle. Here comes Lamine, looking to get his 14th goal of the Champions League. Gets a pass easily, and it's a beautiful goal. He is way, and I mean way too good now at dribbling, as he gets rid of everybody. It's now 2-1 in aggregate. Luis Guilherme with the cross and trying to find a goal here for United for the equalizer, but Daniel Lopez picks up the ball. We're looking to finish off this game and take an extra lead here. Daniel Lopez is all by himself, nobody to help him. What is he gonna do here? It's still Daniel Lopez 1v1 against the United keeper. He goes for the Trivela finish, and no, it goes wide. With Trivela plus, I thought he was scoring. And now it's Arda Güler on the ball, gives it to Lamine Yamal, who finds Kylian Mbappe, takes a fat touch, has a shot. 2-0, 3-1 in aggregate. One more goal, and this tie is over, and we go to the semis. But here comes Man United. Samu with a shot. Great save by Lunin, though. Here comes Man United again, trying to get back into this tie. Lunin makes another brilliant save. Jude Bellingham gives it to Mbappe. One more goal, and this tie is over. 9 minutes left to go. Mbappe sends a through ball into Lamine Yamal. Can he get his 14th goal of the UCL campaign? And yes, he does. We're going to the semis. And up next, we have the Copa del Rey final against Celta Vigo. Because it's Celta Vigo, I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to simulate it. Come on, like, there's no chance they beat us. And it's going to be a 5-2 victory. Yamal wins the Copa del Rey, his first trophy of the treble. And in the semis, Yamal will be facing RB Leipzig. Let's see how the first leg goes here. Nobody suspended, nobody injured. It's a 5-0 victory. Yamal gets 2 goals. Can he get a third? That's his third goal. That's 17 goals. He's equalized the record. And for the second leg, it doesn't matter. There's no chance we bottle a 5-goal lead here. And it's going to be a 3-3 draw. Yamal, 19 goals. He has set a new record and has beaten Ronaldo's. And we now have the Champions League final will be against Chelsea. And of course, we ended up winning La Liga title as Yamal was the player of the season, and he finally got into the team of the season. And he also won the Golden Boot in La Liga with 31 goals. I'm telling you, he has changed. And Yamal's stats are insane. 66 goals and 9 assists, now out of 95 overall. I did not see this coming whatsoever. And low-key, this Daniel Lopez kid, I thought he was going to be more of a competition, but Yamal has really cleared him. But surely Yamal will win the Ballon d'Or. All he needs to do is complete the treble now. And by the way, there it is confirmed. That was completely up. Yamal has 20 goals in the Champions League. But it's now time for the UCL final. Can Yamal go ahead and win the Champions League, complete the treble for Madrid, and win the Ballon d'Or and become a Real Madrid legend? And it was one of the most boring finals I have ever seen. We're going to penalties. I think this is the first time Yamal is in a penalty shootout. But it cannot get any more dramatic for this treble win, hopefully. And taking the first penalty is Cole Palmer. He typically doesn't miss, goes to the left-hand side, and he slots it in. He was not going to miss that. Lamine Yamal, the first penalty taker for Real Madrid. There is no chance he misses this. Bottom left, straight into the side netting, unsavable. And now is Enzo Fernandez versus Andrew Lunin. Goes down the middle. It's 2-1 to Chelsea now. But up next, Kylian Mbappe. Now, he could miss a penalty, but he could also bang one in. Top right, brilliant finish. Come on, we need this treble. Yamal needs it. Noni Madueke goes to the left-hand side, and it's a 3-2 for Chelsea. Arda Güler, come on. Please do not miss this penalty. You are expert. Dead ball specialist. Let's go. 3-3. Nobody has missed a penalty so far. Who's going to be the first one? John Duran goes to the left-hand side. Slots it in as well. Who is going to miss the first penalty? Jude Bellingham. It better not be you. Bellingham, the captain, goes to the bottom right. Slots it in. I got a little bit scared that the keeper moved. But now, Reece James, he is not a penalty taker. Goes to the right-hand side, man. 5-4. If Trent Alexander-Arnold misses this, we will lose the treble. Top left, slots it in. We're going to sudden death. And now Mikhailo Mudryk, I cannot let this guy score this. Mikhailo Mudryk goes to the right. It's a save by Lunin. And now Raul Asensio, born and bred in Madrid, goes to the bottom right, slots it in. We are Champions League winners. We're gonna be treble winners. And Jude Bellingham lifts the Champions League, completing Real Madrid's first ever treble. I can't believe they've never won one. And it's all because of one man, and that is Lamine Yamal right there. And of course, he won the Ballon d'Or with his 66 goals. But we've made Lamine Yamal from a Real Madrid Academy player to a Madrid legend. I know that hurts Barca fans. This is Manchester City, and they are the best team in the world, while rivals Man United are only ranked in 16th place. But today that is going to change, as I'm going to make Manchester United the best team in the world. And as we are presented as the brand new Manchester United manager, there is only one way to become the best team in the world, and that is by winning the Champions League. And our first order of business is we go ahead and take a look at our transfer budget. We do have 270 million, and if we look at this team, there's a couple areas that we need improving, especially the striker position, because Højlund is just not good enough yet. But since I'm brand new to the club, I decided to ask a familiar face in our captain, Bruno Fernandes, with our transfer suggestions to see what he thinks. So I went ahead and told Bruno Fernandes that we do need a brand new right winger, center mid, and striker. So I went ahead and told him that I want Gabri Veiga, Marcus Edwards, and star signing Dusan Vlahovic. However, he wasn't too happy. He says that we do not need a star striker because he is the star of the team, but he says we should sign the other two positions anyways. And after that conversation, I went to the head of sporting directing in Sir Alex Ferguson and asked him about Bruno Fernandes, saying that he didn't want me to sign a star player. And Sir Alex Ferguson takes his side and says, yes, you shouldn't sign a star player because Bruno Fernandes is the best player in this team and it should remain that way. But regardless of their emotions, I want to succeed at this team. So I went ahead and signed all 3 of these players, including Dusan Vlahovic, which left them extremely unhappy. And with the sales of a couple deadwood players, it was time to make our debut in the Premier League with Manchester United against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let's see if our signings fare. And now it's Marcus Edwards on the ball looking for the space. Marcus Edwards sees Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes 1v1 against the keeper with a shot, and it goes in. Our first goal here at Man United, and Bruno Fernandes, the captain, even though he is unhappy, he puts us in the lead. But now here comes Bruno Fernandes once again. I see Dusan Vlahovic with the space, but Bruno Fernandes refuses to pass it to Vlahovic, and he has a shot, and it goes in. But Dusan Vlahovic was wide open. He had the space, and he just dribbled past him. Let's just hope that this doesn't become a problem. And now it's Marcus Edwards on the ball. Marcus Edwards 1v1 against the keeper. I see Dusan Vlahovic, but no, he decides to dribble instead. This is the second person that doesn't pass to Dusan. Bruno Fernandes on the ball once again, looking for some space again. He sees Dusan Vlahovic, but he gives it to Rashford instead, and it's a terrible pass. The easier pass was made to Dusan Vlahovic, but once again, he refuses to pass to him. Marcus Rashford on the ball now, looking to dribble here. Marcus Rashford with a long shot. He saw Dusan Vlahovic open, but it still goes in, despite the goalkeeper making a decent save, and we go 3-0 up on our debut. And the goal scoring did not stop there. We scored another 2 goals against Wolverhampton Wanderers, but both times Dusan Vlahovic could have gotten the ball, and we end the game with a 5-0 victory, a hat-trick to Bruno Fernandes. But Dusan Vlahovic had 0 touches of the ball and 0 goals. It looks like the team is not liking our new signing. And after the game, Bruno Fernandes says that Man United are aiming to become the best team in the world and that he is a star player and nobody is going to take his credit. And our good start seemed to lead to a good straight run of form as we win our very next 6 games. However, Dusan Vlahovic still has not touched the ball and he has still not scored a goal. It seems like Bruno Fernandes has sabotaged them from the inside as nobody wants to pass him the ball. And the problem within the squad was always going to cause some problems, as in the UCL was not compared to our Premier League form, as we picked up 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss, and we're now in the final game of the group stage. We have to win our next game against Copenhagen in order to qualify for the round of 16. And with people not passing the ball to our main guy, our star striker, who has not scored a single goal yet this season, will we qualify for the round of 16 and become the best team in the world? Early in the game, FC Copenhagen do have a corner here. Hopefully we don't concede off this, and it's a cross in into Elyounoussi with the header. It's a brilliant save by Onana, but it's a follow-up shot from the winger, and it goes in. Already we go 1-0 down, still yet to attack. But let's just hope we can turn this around, as there's a lot of time left. And here comes FC Copenhagen again in the second half. Falk with the ball, he has a shot, and it's a brilliant save by Onana, and we try to clear it out, but he loses it, and Falk puts it in. Onana just couldn't save the shot. And Copenhagen in the 50th minute are 2-0 up. We only have very little time in order to qualify for the round of 16. And now it's Bruno Fernandes on the ball. He has a turn and he sees Dusan Vlahovic with the space, but he doesn't give it to him. It's still Bruno Fernandes. He refuses to pass with a long shot and it goes wide. Just make the pass, Bruno. And now it's Bruno Fernandes picks up the ball once again. I see Dusan Vlahovic with space, but he doesn't pass it to him. It's still Bruno Fernandes and he just doesn't pass the ball. Now Dusan Vlahovic picks up the ball on his own and he's still looking to dribble. Dusan Vlahovic doesn't pass the ball and he has a shot and it's an own goal. Dusan Vlahovic technically gets his first goal, but because he had to win the ball back himself and just take it out of the way, because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to pass him the ball. But despite Dusan Vlahovic's first goal of the season, we still lose and we are knocked out of the UCL and we cannot become the best team in the world. And I have a strong feeling is that because our team refuses to pass the ball to Dusan Vlahovic. Bruno Fernandes has so much control over the locker room. Let's hope that changes soon. But it was time for the final day of the season. Sadly, we're sitting in 5th place after getting knocked out of the UCL with 1 point behind Brighton and Hove Albion, and Bruno Fernandes is suspended as he got a red card in the last game. But not only that, the rest of our center attacking mids are all injured for the rest of the season, so we had to go ahead and dig deep, and we decided to go ahead and go to our best performing player in the youth ranks in Adam Gibson, who's been shining in Premier League 2. We go ahead and give him a contract, and straight away he needs to go ahead and make his debut and probably the most important game to start off his career. But as we walk out in the Amex Stadium, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of pressure on 80-year-old Adam Gibson. His first ever appearance, he's playing in probably the most crucial position on the pitch. But maybe, just maybe, he will link up with Dusan Vlahovic and maybe lead us to a win. But who knows? Let's see how this youngster does. And now it's Marcus Rashford on the ball, gives the ball into Adam Gibson. 1v1 against the keeper, but he gives it to Dusan Vlahovic and he puts it in. Finally, somebody passes the ball to Dusan Vlahovic, and Adam Gibson gets his first goal contribution, and Dusan Vlahovic gets one of his very first goals of the season. But now Adam Gibson picks up the ball again on the wing. It's Adam Gibson 1v1 against the keeper again. He gives it to Dusan Vlahovic with a shot, and once again, he gets his brace. Adam Gibson is finally the one passing the ball to Vlahovic. Someone finally likes Vlahovic. Surely, we're gonna qualify for the UCL this way. But here comes Brighton Hove Albion. Enciniso on the ball, gives it to Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro with a shot, and it goes in. Onana just cannot save that unstoppable shot. And now it's Olsen running down the middle. He gets past the defenders with a shot. Okay, Onana makes sure to make a clearance, and no, Olsen goes back into it, and he scores. Onana is having a terrible performance today, and Brighton equalize. Hopefully we can get the ball back up on the pitch and score another goal. But now it's Diego Dallo on the ball, looking to play from the back. Diego Dallo looking for a pass, but no, it's Iniso wins the ball again, and he has a shot, and it goes in. 3-2. Man United have choked. We have choked the lead. Brighton are winning. If the scores stay like this, we'll finish in 5th place and now qualify for the UCL. And the ref blows the whistle as we lose 3-2 and Brighton qualify for the UCL. It looks like our team chemistry with Adam Gibson in the pitch just didn't have enough chemistry. And to start off season 2, we have even bigger bad news. Dusan Vlahovic walks into our office and he tells us that he is sorry, but he needs to leave the club. Everybody but Gibson refuses to pass him the ball, and he's still a young player and he needs to score some goals. So we go ahead and sell him to Aston Villa, and now we are left without a star striker up top. So we went ahead and took a look at our budget. We had 626 million. We also wanted to sign a center mid, but Højlund is still not good enough to start. So I think we have to try and convince Bruno to sign another striker. And to give him the benefit of the doubt, I will go ahead and walk up to Bruno once again and ask him about our transfer targets in Frankie de Jong and Kolo Muani. But guess what? It's just the same conversation. He says we should go ahead and sign Frankie, but there's no chance that I should be signing Kolo Muani because he is the star player. So then I go ahead and walk to Sir Alex Ferguson's office and I basically beg him to give me this opportunity to sign Kolo Muani, and he says he'll give me one chance, but if my signing fails, he'll go ahead and not let me have any control over the club, and if we don't finish top 4, I will be sacked at the end of the season. So despite Bruno's wishes, I go ahead and sign Frankie de Jong and Kolo Muani to make our team even better. But let's just hope that the same problem doesn't persist. And of course, the problem persisted. The entire team refused to pass the ball to our star striker Kolo Muani, but our good form still continued, leading into halfway to the season when suddenly we had an injury crisis to Marcus Rashford, Frankie de Jong, Marcus Edwards, and Lisandro Martinez, which caused us to start losing games because our team was simply just not good enough. And we were now on the final day of the season, and once again, we were sitting in 5th place because of the injury crisis. And if things just couldn't get any worse, our captain Bruno Fernandes also got injured. But just like the end of last season, Adam Gibson has to go on the final day of the season and help us out, but he has improved dramatically this season. So let's hope that he does the job and sends us to the top 4. And playing against Wolves is never an easy feat as they are very good defensively. But with Adam Gibson starting and no Bruno Fernandes, Kolo Muani should get the ball here because Adam Gibson did pass it to Dusan Vlahovic last season. Adam Gibson picks up the ball in the midfield. In the 5th minute of the game, he plays a beautiful through ball into Kolo Muani, who is 1v1 against the keeper. He has barely scored this season, and he puts it away. Finally, yes, I think Adam Gibson is the guy that we need in our team. He sets a positive impact as our captain instead of Bruno Fernandes. And now it's Adam Gibson on the ball. He wins it back, and he gives it to Kolo Muani with another shot. And yes, 2-0 against Wolves in the first half. We're surely going to top 4 because Adam Gibson is just that guy, man. And now it's Adam Gibson on the ball once again, looking for Kolo Muani for his hat trick, and they put it away. 3-0, 3 assists for Adam Gibson, and the hat trick for Kolo Muani. We're surely finishing top 4. And despite Wolves scoring 2 goals to make it 3-2, we still pick up a victory, and Kolo Muani picks up his hat trick, and we're going to the UCL next season. However, we still have Bruno Fernandes' problem to deal with. And to kick off season number 3, Kolo Muani comes into our office, and I was fearing that he was going to say he wants to leave. But he went ahead and said the opposite. He says, as long as Gibson is starting in the team, that he will stay at this club. And with good news, I tell him, right now Bruno Fernandes is currently injured. So at the moment, Gibson is the only person to start. And straight after speaking to Muani, we went ahead and asked Sir Alex Ferguson about the captain situation. He said he doesn't care who's captain right now, but all that matters is as soon as Bruno comes back, he will be starting and being the captain of the side. So I have to go ahead and brush that news off just for now as we make Adam Gibson our new captain. And the start to the season was absolutely amazing. In the UCL, we went ahead and finished top of the group. And even in the first game of the round of 16, after a couple missed shots, Adam Gibson went ahead and gave us a 1-0 lead, leading into the second leg against the best team in the world, Real Madrid. But before the second leg, we received some good, but I think it's more bad news instead. Sir Alex invites us to his office and he tells us that Bruno Fernandes is back and he's ready to captain the side in the second leg against Real Madrid, and that he better be starting in this game. If not, there was going to be issues. And now we're going into the second leg with a toxic player leading the team. So after Sir Alex Ferguson gives us the bad news, we had to break it to Adam Gibson as well. We tell Adam that sadly he can't start anymore and that I have no control. But to my surprise, he's okay with it. He says he's still learning and that his time will come. Bruno Fernandes picks up the ball in the second minute of the game. Surely he has changed over this injury, and no, he doesn't pass the ball and he loses it. Now it's Casemiro on the ball who gives it to Bruno Fernandes. I see space into Colomwani, but Bruno Fernandes refuses to pass it to him again and he loses the ball. Bruno, why didn't that injury change you, man? Vinicius with a pass into Rodrigo. Here come Real Madrid looking to equalize this in aggregate. Rodrigo with a shot and it goes in. Onana couldn't save and it's now 1-1 in aggregate. And now as Bruno Fernandes picks up the ball, he has clear. Colomwani passing the ball and he doesn't. He has a shot. He has an ego problem, man. And now here comes Real Madrid, who gives it to Joselu, who gives it to Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham with a shot and it goes in. What a beautiful goal from Jude Bellingham. And we're now down in the 27th minute in aggregate. If the score stays the same, we are knocked out of the UCL once again, and we cannot win the Champions League and become the best team in the world. And just like that, we were knocked out of the UCL. Bruno Fernandes came back the same person and refused to pass the ball and told the rest of his teammates to not pass the ball to Colomwani, and we are now becoming the best team in the world this season. But luckily, at the end of the season, we did finish in 4th place by a point, and we're going to the UCL once again next season. But we still have to fix this Bruno Fernandes problem. And to kick off season number 4, Colomwani walks into our office, and this time we weren't saved off the bad news. Colomwani says he tried his best. He really appreciates that Adam Gibson started for a couple games, but he has to leave the club. He needs to go ahead and go to a team that will pass him the ball. So Colomwani goes ahead and leaves to Wolves, and as we go ahead and talk to Sir Alex Ferguson, he says Højlund is now good enough to be in the starting 11. He's been training and working for the past couple years, and he said he will be giving me no transfer budget this season to sign a star striker. And to be fair to Sir Alex Ferguson, he was right. Bruno Fernandes and Højlund made such an amazing partnership up top and took us all the way to the UCL final. But I can't lie, knowing that that wasn't my decision kind of hurt me. But before going into this UCL final, Bruno Fernandes walks into our office and he really lets us know. He tells me that he knows that my entire time here at Manchester United, I've been trying to get rid of him and sabotage him. But today, he's going to show that he is the reason we are here in the UCL final. And he is going to be the reason we win it as well. And he says by the end of the day, we will be UCL champions. And I will be sacked at the end of it because Bruno Fernandes was the reason we won it. And as we walk out onto the stadium in this UCL final, I feel absolutely powerless as I have no control over this club. A captain is really toxifying the team and the sporting director refuses to listen to us. But the only thing I can do is do my best here in the UCL final and see maybe we can still become the best team in the world. But it might cost me my job. Bruno Fernandes picks up the ball now and he gets past one defender and he's looking to get past the second. It's still Bruno Fernandes dribbling and he's not refusing to pass to anyone this time. Not only to the striker, but he's not passing to anybody. And now it's Bruno Fernandes once again looking for some space himself. He's trying to do everything himself. It seems like he has a shot and he chips it and it goes wide. Bruno Fernandes is playing like a selfish player right now. Bruno Fernandes picks up the ball once again, looking to get past this Real Madrid defense. It's still Bruno Fernandes. He has a clear pass to Højlund, but he doesn't. He has a shot himself and he misses. He's not passing the ball today at all. Here comes Bruno Fernandes once again, looking to put a goal away. He gets past the defenders. He has a shot himself, and once again, he does it all himself, and it goes wrong for him. Bruno Fernandes tries to dribble, but Bellingham wins it and gives it to Rodrigo. 1v1 against the keeper, and it goes in. Real Madrid take the lead in the 60th minute in the UCL final. Bruno Fernandes has been absolutely selfish in this game. But hopefully we can turn things around and still become the best team in the world. And no, that was it. Real Madrid win the UCL final because Bruno Fernandes wanted to do it all himself just to prove a point to me and Sir Alex Ferguson to try and get me fired. We do not become the best team in the world and Bruno Fernandes continues to be the problem. Will things change next season or will things just stay the same and will I eventually just get sacked? And at the start of the new season, I was tired of this Bruno Fernandes situation. I burst into Sir Alex Ferguson's office and I tell him, did you see what he did last season? He cost us the entire UCL final. He wanted to do all by himself, and he told me that he wanted to get me fired. And Sir Alex finally realizes that he has been wrong this entire time, and he allows us to go ahead and sell Bruno Fernandes, which we do, sell him to Real Madrid. He wanted to go win titles, so we shipped him off to the best team. But then I go ahead and tell Adam Gibson the good news, that he'll be a permanent starter from now on because he deserves it, and he'll be the captain of our squad. And now our only goal is to win the UCL this season. But the question is Adam Gibson good enough to send us to the UCL final and win it all? But we are now in the UCL final up against Real Madrid as Bruno Fernandes is captaining his side, and he is also tied for the top goal scorer in the UCL with Adam Gibson. Will we finally become the best team in the world? Will Adam Gibson help us finally and get payback on Bruno Fernandes? Frankie de Jong tries to clear the ball, but it lands on Bruno Fernandes with a clear shot, and Bruno Fernandes takes the lead in the 22nd minute as Real Madrid go 1-0 up in this UCL final. Bruno Fernandes intercepts the pass, and now he has the opportunity. He has open space. Bruno Fernandes versus Onana, and it goes in. Bruno Fernandes gets his second a couple minutes straight off after his first goal. We go 2-0 down. Will Bruno Fernandes deny us of our dreams? In the 65th minute, Adam Gibson picks up the ball for his first opportunity. He gets past other defenders with one move. He has a shot and it goes in. Adam Gibson scores the goal to make it 2-1. He picks up the ball. There's still a chance for us to become the best team in the world. Frankie de Jong gives the ball into Adam Gibson. It's Adam Gibson 1v1 against the keeper. He has a shot and he puts it away. Adam Gibson makes it 2-2 in the 72nd. We have equalized this game. One more goal and we become the best team in the world. And now it's Rasmus Højlund on the ball into Adam Gibson. 1v1 against Andrew Onana. He cuts back. It's still Adam Gibson. He doesn't pass the ball. Adam Gibson looking for the shot. He takes it. He has a save. And Adam Gibson puts it away. Surely, in the 86th minute, it is the final kick of the game. And we become the best team in the world. And who else but Adam Gibson, our brand new captain, our youngster, the guy who was patient. Please tell me we win this game. And yes, we have done it. We have become UCL winners. We have become the best team in the world. And Adam Gibson takes an interview and he confirms it and he says, Man United are now the best team in the world. This is Nico Williams. He is 21 years old and has already won the Euros with Spain. But I want to see how great he can become. Can he fulfill his potential and become one of the greatest ever? And in order to become one of the greatest ever, he of course needs to win the Ballon d'Or. But not only that, he has to go ahead and get to 99 overall, the peak of footballing ability. And we'll be starting Nico Williams' career after the Euros in the brand new season, 2024 to 2025. And another one of his challenges will be to win 17 trophies as he wears the number 17 for Spain. And 3 of those trophies have to include 3 UCLs. But winning 3 UCLs seems impossible as right now he is still playing with Athletic Bilbao at an 83 overall. However, in real life, he is linked with a move away after winning the Euros with the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, and even alongside his best friend, Lamine Yamal. So I think in order to win those 3 UCLs, I think it's time for him to move out of the club as we transfer list him. And as we wait for some offers to come in, here are 2 more challenges he needs to complete. After already winning the Euros with Spain, why not go ahead and win a World Cup? And the other one being winning the Premier League. So hopefully we can get an offer from either Chelsea, Arsenal, or even the likes of Man City or United, and we can go ahead and win the Prem quickly. And right away we do get 2 offers from AS Roma and Juventus, and if I'm being honest, I wasn't expecting these offers, but it seems like FIFA doesn't currently rate Nico Williams. But I'm not going to lie, going to Juventus or Roma is a significant step up for playing Athletic Bilbao, as last year Athletic Bilbao finished in 5th place while the likes of Juventus are in a UCL spot. So you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and reject this Roma offer, and I'm gonna go ahead and send, hopefully if he accepts, Nico Williams to Juventus so he can play some UCL football. But there we have it. Nico Williams is leaving the club and he is joining Juventus. Juventus is not a huge step down from the likes of Barcelona and Chelsea, as players like Gianluigi Buffon, Cristiano Ronaldo have played for Juventus. And now at Juventus, it seems like he's gonna slot nicely right there in the right wing alongside Vlahovic and Federico Chiesa. But of course, only 22 years old and an 84 rating, already gone up one. He has a lot left to work with, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and improve his shooting and give him inside forward, because I forgot to mention that I also want him to score 300 goals as a challenge, and in order to do that, he needs to have at least 90 plus finishing. So it's time to see how Nico Williams does in his first season outside of Spanish football. And wow, man, I was right. In his first season, he only finished with 7 goals and 2 assists, meaning his finishing is too low, man. It isn't the worst of seasons, but a player like Nico Williams, who scored in the Euros final, he needs to be getting more goals than that. The good thing is his overall has grown to an 87 overall, but his finishing is now at an 83. Maybe, just maybe, next year we'll get one of those 20 plus goal seasons. But I think I was wrong about something. Juventus finished in 5th place. Come on, man. And it just gets even worse from here. Juventus got knocked out of the UCL to Sporting and the Bottle Jobs Arsenal. Please tell me they at least won the Europa League. And no, Inter Milan, their rivals, did it. I think Nico Williams and I think we both made the wrong move. And now in season 2, you know what the beauty is of being literally the best player in your club and one of the best in the world is that you can ask for a transfer right away, because that's what we're doing. Nico Williams cannot waste any time. He's about to turn 23 and Juventus are not in UCL. He needs UCL football, so we need to send him to another club. Maybe, just maybe, Barcelona or Chelsea might come in. And straight away, we do get a Premier League offer. Remember, we do need to win the Premier League in Nico Williams' career, but it is from Tottenham. Come on, let's be real. Tottenham don't win any trophies. Rejected. And there it is. We have received the offer we wanted. Chelsea FC have come in. And just think about it. He could be linking up with the likes of Nkunku, his Spanish teammate Cucurella, and even Cole Palmer. So we're going to go ahead and accept the offer and get Nico Williams to one of the better clubs in the world and possibly win the Premier League, Chelsea. And there we go. Nico Williams has joined Chelsea at an 87 rating, wearing the number 9. Not only am I excited that he's playing with the likes of Cole Palmer and Cucurella, but the squad is also extremely young, as young players like Mark Guiu and Romeo Lavia are at the club, so possibly he could stay here his whole career because his teammates are going to be amazing one day. But let's forget about his teammates. This is about Nico Williams, and like I mentioned before, his finishing is getting a lot better, and I think this time we're going to go for wide target forward to attack more of his shooting statistics, but also his physicality. But I think this is going to be the season that Nico Williams really becomes a great player and scores tons of goals and maybe even wins that Premier League. And yes, Nico Williams has done it. He has exploded. 27 goals and 21 assists. That's more of the Nico Williams that we do now at an 89 overall. But once again, Chelsea have missed out on top 4. They missed out on the Premier League as well. What is it with Nico Williams? Does he have a curse? Can he not play UCL football? And after not even being in the final of the FA Cup, they lose the Carabao Cup to Man City. Nico Williams just cannot win a trophy after the Euros. But just tell me he played UCL football. He's not in the final. No way. He didn't play the UCL. Okay, surely Chelsea were in the Europa League. And are you serious? Juventus win the Europa without him? But where's Chelsea? Don't tell me they were in the Conference League. They lost in the semifinals of the Conference League. Should we leave Chelsea? Should we stay here, man? I'm just not sure. And the only good thing about this season is that he's caught up to the 2026 World Cup, where he will be starting alongside Lamine Yamal and Morata. Let's hope he can forget about his club career so far and focus on winning that World Cup. And so far in the World Cup, it's been good for Nico Williams, as he has 2 goals in 5 appearances. But I think he could do something bigger than that. And I say that because he is in the World Cup semi-final against France, against Kylian Mbappe, and Portugal are going to the World Cup final. But this has been Nico Williams' best time in the video to win a trophy. Can he go ahead and meet Cristiano Ronaldo in the World Cup final and beat Kylian Mbappe? And yes, he has. He has scored as well his 3rd goal. He's going to that World Cup final. If you think Nico Williams can win a World Cup in real life with Lamine Yamal, subscribe right now. But the time has arrived. Nico Williams' best opportunity to win a trophy, to complete something in his challenges. Can he go ahead and deny Cristiano Ronaldo of his dream? And yes, he does. He scores the winner, actually. I believe he has scored the winner. Technically, never scored another goal, but he scored the final goal for Spain, and he has won the World Cup. Nico Williams wins the World Cup, completing one of the challenges. And now that Nico is a World Cup winner, we're back to club football. And you know what? I was thinking of leaving Chelsea But look at the squad. The squad is really coming together. So I think I'm going to keep him here. And he's going to run his way here with Chelsea. And of course, now being the World Cup winner that he is, 24 years old, let's go ahead and give him a brand new development plan. And with his shooting now looking really good, I think we're going to give him wide playmaker to make him an all-around player as we want him to become one of the world's best. Just maybe he could win that Ballon d'Or with the World Cup he just won. And Nico Williams maintains this season. I knew Chelsea was the right place to stay. 26 goals and 13 assists, a 93 overall, a +4. He's already becoming one of the best in the world. No way, he just missed out on the Premier League by 1 point. Liverpool beat him to it. Surely next year is the year that he wins that Premier League. And once again, he misses out on the FA Cup final and loses in the Carabao Cup in the semi-final. This guy just can't win a trophy in club football. And the Europa League was just worse, getting knocked out in the round of 16. But the one thing is, he has UCL football. He's finally gonna play in the Champions League next year. And after winning the World Cup and beating Mbappe wins the Ballon d'Or. Maybe next season, Nico will get his first. And after missing out on the Ballon d'Or, he shines again in Season 4. 28 goals and 8 assists, now at a 94 overall. I don't know how they looked past Nico Williams. But he has won the Premier League. That's another challenge. Knocked off the list. Finally wins his first Premier League by a lot of points as well. And now he wins the Carabao Cup. He did struggle to win some club trophies, but he has won 2 so far now. And not only that, but he is in the UCL final to never losing. But they're gonna lose today because Nico Williams is gonna beat them. But can Nico Williams win his first UCL? He does need 3 for that one challenge. But can he go ahead and add another trophy and his first treble to the list? And no, he misses out. He loses in the UCL final. He doesn't score. He definitely has a curse. He struggles to win club trophies, man. And after missing out on the UCL, thankfully he's caught up to the Euros. So let's see how he does. Maybe he can win 2 in a row. And Nico Williams has won back-to-back Euros. He's done it. That's 3 international trophies in his career. That's already basically what Spain did in 2008, 2010, and 2012. But he's done it. How did he do? And Nico Williams scores 4 more goals in an international competition. He's struggling in club football to win a bunch of trophies, but in international level, he's doing amazing. So here is the Euros winner, Nico Williams, 94 overall, 26 years old. He missed out on the UCL last year, and he has a year left in his contract. So he still needs to win the Ballon d'Or and 3 UCLs, plus more trophies and plus more goals. If he doesn't win the UCL or Ballon d'Or this year, I'm going to transfer list him. But if he does, I'm going to go ahead and keep him here. And Nico Williams somehow misses out on the Euros to his teammate Nkunku. He won the Euros. He almost won the UCL. He won the double. But Nkunku beat him to the Ballon d'Or. And it's another great season for Nico Williams, man. 26 goals, 13 more assists. He's getting 20 goals every season, 97 overall. But the question is, did he go ahead and win a UCL or a Ballon d'Or this season? And he wins 2 more trophies, the Community Shield and the Premier League. That's 2 more in his cabinet. But the one we do care about is the UCL. Did he go ahead and win it this time around? And no, he misses out. He loses in the semifinals. Which means if he does not win the Ballon d'Or, I'm probably gonna transfer list him and he's gonna leave Chelsea. Even if he wins it, I think he's just gonna leave. And Nico Williams has missed out again. Mbappe beats him to it. I think he just needs to win that UCL to secure a Ballon d'Or win. So far in Nico Williams' career, in 6 seasons, he has won a Premier League, won the World Cup, and has won 6 trophies. 122 goals, but no Ballon d'Or and no UCL at all. I think I'm gonna put him on the transfer list. If he gets no offers, I'm just gonna run down his contract and he's gonna leave on a free next season. But I'm hoping we can get an offer from Barcelona. Maybe he can play alongside Lamine Yamal, and that's what he needs to win some UCLs. And we've reached the end of the transfer window, and it just seems that Nico Williams' price is too high. So we're gonna run down his contract, give him 1 more season at Chelsea. Maybe, just maybe, he can win a UCL and a Ballon d'Or here in his last year. But hopefully next season, he can go to the likes of maybe Real Madrid to play alongside Mbappe and Vinicius, or go to Barcelona where he can play with Lamine Yamal. And his last season is his best. 64 goals and 18 assists. 98 overall. Might as well, he should just been 99. What is people doing? But this is an incredible season from Nico Williams. And Nico Williams wins everything you could win in England. The Premier League, Community Shield, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup. I can't believe it. And he's also in another Champions League final. His possible last ever game. I'm really doubting getting rid of him from Chelsea because he just won everything here. And this could possibly be his last ever game for Chelsea. Can he go ahead and finally win his first ever UCL? And yes, he has done it. 3-1, he scores in the final as well. He's won everything you can win this season other than Super Cup, but he wasn't in it. That's incredible. And yes, Nico Williams has won his first Ballon d'Or, the only Ballon d'Or he needs, and he crosses it off his challenge list. And we're getting on to the business end of his career. 1 overall from 99. He has 187 goals and 11 trophies and 1 UCL. He's surely gonna complete it. And I thought about it, and as much as I would love Nico Williams to stay here at Chelsea, it seems like a lot of players' contracts are up. So this team is literally gonna fall apart. So I think it's just best if he leaves on a free. And to kick off season number 7, Nico Williams has walked out of Chelsea. I wonder what club signed him. He could have gone to PSG to play alongside Javi Simmons, Real Madrid to play alongside Jude Bellingham and Real Madrid, or even the club we all want, FC Barcelona, so he can play alongside his best friend, Lamine Yamal. But the question is, where did Nico Williams decide to go? I'm pretty sure he would have chosen Barcelona, and yes, he has. He has joined FC Barcelona at 27 years old. Surely, he's gonna win more Ballon d'Ors, more UCLs, and just scoring a bunch of goals alongside Lamine Yamal. And Nico Williams is joining Barcelona, where the greats have played. Ronaldinho, Neymar Jr., Luis Suarez, and even the greatest of all time, Lionel Messi. But before we see Nico Williams at Barcelona, he did attend the 2030 World Cup. And for you nerds out there, he did have 7 appearances, meaning he reached the World Cup final. But the question is, did he win it, as he scores 4 more goals at the 2030 World Cup? And yes, he has done it. He's won another World Cup. Nico Williams so far for Spain, 2 Euros and 2 World Cup, as he now has 12 trophies in his career. This is absolutely insane. But now back to club football. He's 98 overall, 28 years old, literally the world's best. And look at his best buddy, Lamine Yamal, who's linked to Leverkusen. He's not gonna leave. 90 overall at just 23 years old. I'm sure he's gonna finish all of his challenges here at FC Barcelona. And just a heads up, this is what the Barcelona team is looking like for Nico Williams. Yeah, there's no way he doesn't complete his challenges. And to reach his 99 overall, might as well just give him defensive winger, get his defense up, maybe he can get some interceptions to score more goals. But let's see how Nico Williams does in his first year at FC Barcelona. And yes, he's done it again. 47 goals, 18 assists. How is he not at a 99? He's still at a 98. This is ridiculous, man. And he wins La Liga in his first year by 1 point, beating out Jude Bellingham, Endrick, and Kylian Mbappe. That's ridiculous. And he also wins the Copa del Rey. That's 2 more trophies. He needs 3 more to have 17. But ladies and gentlemen, he is in the UCL final against Inter Milan. He's only playing against Lautaro Martinez. He should win this game. But can he win his first UCL with Barcelona? And he's suspended. Barcelona will literally play without the best player in the world. Can they do it without him? Please, Barcelona, win him another UCL, and they lose. They need Nico Williams. If Nico Williams was in the lineup, I guarantee you they would have won. He could have won his second UCL, man. Come on. But regardless, he wins his second Ballon d'Or as well. And what have I just seen? Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams' best friend, has left for Man City. 500 million is ridiculous. I mean, I know Nico Williams is the best player in the world, but Lamine Yamal is literally the second best player. This means that now Ansu Fati will be placing Lamine Yamal, and the question is, Nico Williams has reached 99 overall, by the way. That's another challenge completed. And as we skip to the end of season number 8, he needs still 2 more UCLs, 3 more trophies, and a couple more goals. But the question is, can he do it without his best friend, Lamine Yamal? And it's another great season from Nico Williams. Almost 50 goals, 49 goals, 10 assists. It doesn't even matter his overall. His overall is going to stay at 99. And by the way, I never really showed you guys his stats when he hit 99. Just look at all those incredible stats. I bet Nico Jackson would like these stats. And Nico Williams has won 2 more trophies, the Copa de España and the Copa del Rey. But the question is, he needed 3 more trophies. That's 16 now. If he won La Liga, he would have completed the 17 trophy challenge. And yes, he did, even without Lamine Yamal. 108 points. He has secured 17 trophies. But the UCL was won by Arsenal, but Lamine Yamal did reach the final. That means Barcelona and Nico Williams have a lot of work to do if they want to win 2 more UCLs, because that's all he needs. And after missing out on the UCL, he misses out on the Euros final. He could have won 5 in a row international trophies, but he does add a Ballon d'Or, and now all he needs is 13 more goals and 2 UCLs. And Nico Williams scores 40 more goals, meaning he has reached the 300 goal mark. Now all he needs is the last 2 UCLs. And Nico Williams wins 4 more trophies once again. But he has reached the UCL final, the opportunity to get his second to last one, but it's against Real Madrid. But can he go ahead and beat Real Madrid? And he's suspended again. Nico Williams, you have a problem. Red card after red card. But can his team win him his second UCL? And yes, they have done it 2-1. He lifts another UCL. He needs 1 more. And Nico Williams scores 66 more goals this season and gets 5 more trophies. But he is in the UCL final. And it cannot be any more poetic against Bayern Munich. And if Nico Williams could beat the only team that Barcelona could literally never beat, they literally lost 8-2 that one time, he'll be one of the greatest of all time. And he would have completed all of his challenges. Can he go ahead and beat Bayern Munich? And yes, he does. He doesn't score in the final, but he lives his third and final UCL, and he completes all of his challenges, becoming one of the greats. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click right here, because I know you're going to enjoy this one right now.